Here's one out of Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas? Follow me.
The Pendejo Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4.
2023 is our year. What up, dude?
New Year.
What's up? I'm Eric.
I'm Jonathan.
And we're the motherfucking
Pendejos.
Y'all know the name.
Are you acting all brandy on the soundboard?
My fingers are all.
So I'm just gonna say it. Now that we're trying to put you on YouTube,
Yeah.
you're all brand new.
Yeah,
I know.
You all forgot everything.
I've did everything left in my head.
Once you leave
pussy all of a
the
sudden.
habit, your regular habit, you're all
Yeah.
Everybody, that's JP. If you don't
Yeah.
recognize that sexy voice,
I
if you don't recognize that voice, slap yourself. You should know already.
fucked up and couldn't do the soundboard. I didn't even get a chance to introduce him.
I'm sorry. I should have just shut
He
the
don't.
fuck
He
up.
don't have time to wait for your bullshit.
I should have just shut the fuck up. Sorry.
JP's a professional. I'm not.
Hey,
no
let me
fucking
ask you.
shit.
I heard this on a
X me.
podcast today. Is now that we're on or you're on YouTube, but we're riding your coattail. Can you not cuss a certain amount of time into it? Have y'all heard that?
Nah.
No, I from what I'm reading, it's like those streamers that do gaming stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like Twitch and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I'm taking it to be.
Which ones are they?
Twitch ones were for
What am I twitching? That'd be badass if that's
creators.
what you said. Huh?
That's
Influencers, all that
influence.
shit.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you.
It'd be badass if you were on games. What up, my twitches?
Well, dude, apparently people get hella racist. Like whenever you're,
Yeah.
not if you're live streaming, I'm sure. That,
Yeah.
But like, cause I don't play video games
With
like
them
online and
13-year-old
shit.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just go off on
Hell
you.
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Can you imagine when you're 13 playing video games? You're like,
Dude.
man, fuck your mother.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I know how to cuss that good back then.
Screw off.
You know, screw off. You shit ass. You know, those whack ass
You
cuss
mother
words.
bitch.
Yeah, I don't even think I had bars like that back then, man.
I
Maybe
did, but did you ever like cuss, and then just turn it off when your parents were around?
Dude, I'm 40 years old and I do that. I trip out on
Yeah,
you, bro.
I
Because
do
you
right
tell me
now.
your mom listens to your podcast,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I was never. My dad was so strict,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't care about my language.
Really?
For real. It was weird. And how you're saying, I did with my grandpa, with my grandma and grandpa, because I mean they were holy rollers, bro.
Yeah.
And it was just out of respect that I didn't even notice I turned it off. And
see, I'm like that, dude. Because like when I've talked about it before when we started doing the podcast. You know, my mom's all proud. Oh, Amigo's got a radio show. You know, and
my mom still calls it a radio show.
badass, dude. And like they're pissed at me because I'm cussing and talking about stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's how I talk. I just
Yeah.
don't talk like that around y'all. You know, they're shocked to hear their innocent little boys saying all these pendejadas.
I do that.
But-
I still turn it off, and then there's times like when we'll be around my parents and Andrea will drop she doesn't drop the big
Eric,
ones.
you pussy, Eric.
Yeah. But she'll say like dick or son of a bitch or something like that
Really?
in front of me. I'm like, Andrea, and she's like, what? My dad just like he
She's
doesn't
like-
care.
She's from the east side, bro.
But I'm like- But it
all
gets
right.
me thinking, like, oh, my dad doesn't care if she does. Maybe I'll try it. And
Have
then
you
watch
tried?
him. No, because he'll slap me. I know he will.
Like, what the fuck, Dad?
Sorry, 40-year-old man getting slapped by his dad. I'll
Dude.
call the cops.
I got spanked in my front yard my senior year in high school, bro. It was either my junior year or senior year in high school. Yeah, I've talked about it before, bro. Dude, it's a long story, bro. But I was grounded from my car because at that age, what can you do? You
I
know,
remember
like so they
this
grounded me
story
from my
now.
car.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go pray the rosary at the church. I really did, man. But then I stopped at my girlfriend's house at the same time because she lived in the neighborhood, and I didn't know him. And my dad was creeping, bro. Like he's brought the lights off, everything, following me. And dude, he followed me. I didn't even see him. I pulled in the driveway. He's already,
What the fuck, bro?
you know, like on a Boondocks, the way Granddad pulls his belt
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
My dad just fucking pulls his belt out in one chingadera. And, wah, wah, and I'm like, Dad, quit playing. I'm like little Chris. And yeah, he fucking spanks me. Now I'm like a
In front of
junior
your girlfriend?
No,
Oh.
it was in my front yard. But yeah, I'm like a junior in high school, and he's out there, and the neighbors are outside washing their cars and shit. You
I
know?
had no idea you could still spank kids at that age.
You probably we should just fought. You know?
Yeah.
we should have just
Your
squared
dad
up at
defied
that
all
age.
odds.
I'm the one. But yeah, that was. How old are you in junior in high school? Like
16,
17? Yeah, I was fucking
17,
getting
16,
spanked,
17.
man. So I guess he let me know I can still get it whenever.
Like the way my age was set up for school, it sucked because I graduated when I was 17, bro.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
did I.
so
Hey, we're
like
smart as fuck.
everybody like when you graduate, it's time to go clubbing. Well, fuck, I can't.
You can't get in.
I gotta wait till fucking 18.
Yeah.
And then once I finally hit 18, all the clubs turned to 21
Ain't this a bit?
like,
When's
bitch.
what month is your birthday in?
in August.
August. See, I'm in
Yeah.
June, so right after I graduated, I turned 18.
Oh, okay.
But I was able to. Well, dude, do you remember Club Rio? You can get in at 16 on certain nights.
In Club Rio, I got in.
Dude, I was getting in
at
at
14.
21 at 16.
You're fucking Benjamin
yeah.
Button, dude. You fucking old ass looking
Benjamin
kid.
Button.
I was in
Mira
ninth,
Camín.
Yeah,
I was in
fucking-
ninth grade going to Club Rio with San Juan.
Really?
Yeah.
On Sunday nights to watch the titty
The
titty
strip
show.
contest.
Yeah.
Dude. You
Well, I
remember they
re-
would turn the lights off? Like, a girl's got too
Well,
whorish?
no,
They would-
they didn't start doing that until like
Yeah.
like few years went by, and then they started doing that because the girls got real cochinas, dude.
know.
I'm telling you, when I was probably, I think the summer in 9th grade going into 10th grade, I would go with one of my cousins and she'd get a beer and I'd rub the X like that, you know, with
Yeah.
with the condensation off the bottle and it would come right off. They're stupid. Why wouldn't you just write an X for your minor? Like,
I think that's just to cover their ass. They could probably care less.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
no, but I'm just saying, like, eventually people were like, oh, we should start putting bans on people that are 21. You know what I mean? Instead of just marking, because I would get wet
What are they,
wipes
the fun
too.
police? Like, they
I
don't
would
want
get
anybody to
wet
have
wipes, wipe them shits off.
Yeah.
I remember there was this hot chick in beer garden, and she was like asking me for my band, and some bouncer or whoever must have just been watching us, because as soon as I took it off, that motherfucker came to the table and he's like, you, and everybody at the table had to go because I took my band off to get
Oh,
it.
but I couldn't be a bouncer, bro, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care enough.
And I was
you know
just
what I mean?
like-
I don't care enough.
like,
I mean, go ahead.
just took this bitch off, and you're already like
He was watching
had
you,
to have
dude.
been
Yeah.
watching us.
Dude,
yeah.
bouncers are like assistant supervisors at work. Like they just think they
They're
have
snitches,
so
they're
much
glorified
power.
snitches.
But it's like they think they have all this power, like just because they say, "Hey, you're whatever." You know what I mean?
Like that
get
fucker
out of here.
And
man.
door
can-
guy at Clouseau's, he never let me in.
I
bro.
know you talk
Fucking
about that like
pussy.
that. Can they even fight? Like, or you just need to be a big dude? Because I've never seen bouncers like handle up. I've never seen that shit, dude. I've always seen them like him and
You
the,
see it in the movies and shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 But you always see like anytime a fight breaks out, they just kind of rough like grab you or hold your hand, you know, like full
Yeah,
Nelson
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like that.
How did
I've
they do
never-
it?
Like, motherfucker.
They all grab
Hey,
your
we're on video
chichas.
now. We can
I know,
fucking
you-
get handsy with it. We
You
get
grab
handsy
your
with it.
chichas.
You probably had to should cop a feel if you're bouncer and some shit goes down.
I remember-
Allegedly.
Dude,
I would
I
be
rem-
giving so many wedgies, dude.
Indian
If-
burns and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking-
So it's
Wet willies.
It's people that we know, right?
Uh-huh.
And at the time we knew
Hey,
them.
is their name signed on this table? There's a good
Not
chance.
the girls.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The girls. My
So,
bad. I was talking about our homies.
No, so they bust out in a fight in front of library, right? And so I'm like, it's a fight, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then it got a little bit out of hand. So I was like, I feel like a bad guy if I don't break this up.
You're
So
over there
when-
placing bets and
Bro,
shit?
when I go break it up, the chick is fighting tits out. And I've got no way to like
Pull her off.
and I'm
You're a
like,
better guy than I would.
Bro, I'm already like committed
twister.
into stopping the fight.
I would've broke the fight head
Fucking
first,
hand
face
to
first.
tits, dude. Just hand to tits. I
You
fucking
fucking slip right into
Real stop.
She's beating me up.
yeah. And like I fucking pull her out, and then I like move her hands
Nipple
to
twist.
hold her
Give her-
own tits. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
To not be so perverted, like I grab her hands and put her hands on her
Fucking
tits,
do
and
that
then I
Janet
put
Jackson.
my hands over her
Have
hands.
some dignity. Cover them shits up.
Yeah,
You floozy.
But like women always have to. That is always on the table. Like if you get into a fight, your
tits are
titties
out.
could come out. There's
You
a
know,
good chance them shits might come out.
Speaking of, so like I've been seeing more and more in Instagram than anything, videos of like just for whatever reason girls fighting, and sometimes their tits come out, and like it's showing it on Instagram. I was like, man, I didn't think
Eric
they
got
could
that
show
good
it.
algorithm.
Well, I just didn't think they could show
his
that kind
pause
of
game is on fleek.
Yeah, there's like 20 likes. They're all from him because he keeps trying to pause it.
I go like it, unlike it, like it.
New phone.
No, but I got to see how the like button works. No, but I didn't think stuff like that would come up, you know, because I do watch a lot of bum fights and a lot of hobo fights.
Hey, Eric's
and-
been training low key, fighting all them bums at
Yeah.
at Walmart.
So like the
see all their
meme,
inside.
like memes, just
Yeah.
memes. That's like sexual innuendo. I've got flagged for that.
Have you really?
Like this is sexually inappropriate. All
Mm-hmm.
this bullshit. They've got chicks showing their tits through like them see-through shirts.
Dude, I was just.
And I'm like, how? Like, what?
just found loopholes.
It's a meme.
Well, dude,
And-
check this out. Did you see that Instagram and Facebook, they're going to start allowing trans and
non-binary
people show their titties on Instagram and Facebook?
What?
I just saw that today, dude.
You know how much?
How do they verify you're trans? It has to be.
You got to shoot them a dick pic.
You're
Hey,
like
but
this,
for real though, how
you're like
can you-
this and gotta
that-
show your Adam's apple.
Serious question. Serious question.
Hey, you
Does-
got your Adam's apple between your tits.
Or no, it's one of those like half of the pictures got the titties at the other, the hog on the bottom.
Oh,
You know, it's like a picture divided in half, so you could. How do you prove?
But that's a
true?
serious question.
Yeah.
Like, how do you prove that you're trans? Is it?
know.
Do they go by your bio? You have to put it in your bio.
I mean, dude, if that's the case, people are just gonna find loopholes.
Yeah.
You
So
know, it's
what
just
is-
gonna be people pimping out their OnlyFans.
What is
you know?
non-binary? What is like? What's the definition of
you're
it? Is it
talking
like
to
The opposite of binary shit. I don't know.
I think
No.
non-binary.
I think you go both,
is,
like claim both sides.
Non-binary is strictly gender.
so you don't claim male or female.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah, it's
nothing.
just-
You're
yeah.
just in between. So
That could go either way. That could just go.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
so my wife could
You don't claim a
say
set.
Yeah.
she's non-binary and go on Instagram and show her tits and they she's
but I
non-binary.
haven't heard that. Where did you
I
see
saw
that?
it. I want to say our boy Jacob might have sent it to us in our DMs on Instagram.
Shout out to Constancio wanting to put his wife's tits on Instagram
Hey.
already.
Hey, dude, hey,
Hey,
you
at
bills
least-
ain't gonna pay themselves, bro.
Hey, at least somebody will get to see him. Shit.
So you've heard her on Andrea Loves You. Now meet the body behind the
Dre-
voice.
just
Dre
an
loves you,
idea.
Dre goes wild.
It's just an idea, and this
And
dude's already...
at the end of one, and remember, Andrea loves you.
Yeah, it's just
had
an
to cut that
idea,
part out.
but this motherfucker's already putting tits on the fucking Instagram.
I mean, hey man, you gotta be a go getter, bro. These bills ain't gonna pay
You
themselves.
fuckers are instigators too.
Hey, you know what? I'll go and put my titties on there. I can go for. I can pass us both, man. I got B cup, solid B cup. And then get the hog ad on the bottom picture. I mean,
Tits and dicks.
You just gotta
I mean,
tuck your
Chicks
dick,
and dicks.
dude.
it's weird though, right? That
you gotta be trans.
Yeah.
I'll just put whatever I want. I'll put whatever I want in my descriptions.
Fucking Buffalo Bill over here.
Hit me up if y'all want any woodwork, but also
Puts the lotion
Talk
on the
about
tits.
woodwork.
I'm just saying, bro. Check out my other page, Woodting Woodworks, and I got the wood. I don't know how they're gonna determine who.
I have no idea,
can
dude.
get
But
away with it.
it's how many how much shit that's gonna cause though, because you got girls out there that are just Instagram whores that just kind of basically show everything but the nip, and now
And even that,
They're
like JP saying, like those see-through shirts, like
but that's what I'm saying. They're like, well, if this slap ass can do it, how come I can't do it? You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference?
I'm wondering if it's because like there was like for a while there was that whole free the nipple movement where like if guys can walk around without a shirt, why can't women? Which go for it. I'm all for it.
yeah.
you
Why
know?
would you
It's
ever
like,
be against that?
That's I don't know,
I don't
I know the full tit can be shown on a breastfeeding video.
bro. Don't look at me crazy. I don't know how, and I mean this shit. I don't know how this
algorithm.
came up on my explore page. And my explore page is usually pretty lit, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's this lady feeding 2 kids and like whole titties out, and I'm a little curious, allegedly.
Because your last Google search was sucking.
But then there's a whole Instagram page where people are just submitting
And
pictures.
then the customer
breastfeeding
saw you
kids,
watching
know?
that video too.
Oh, dude, man. This fool, you sent me that video again, dude, because just in case you forgot.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of those videos, I'm like, man, I'm next.
Hey,
Dude.
Call next on those titties.
so
I'm saying. You walk up with some freaking Chips Ahoy in hand, ready to go.
serious question
What's
though.
up?
So if like let's say that you were at a fucking restaurant, I don't know, let's say you're at the Plaza or something
Kettle.
like that. Okay, the Kettle.
Remember the kettle? That was a restaurant, wasn't it?
Fuck
the kettle.
yeah.
Oh shit, dude! Fucking
That's
talk
throwback,
about
bro.
The
fucking
kettle turned into
throwback.
skillets, right?
Yeah, skillets,
Yeah.
yeah.
right there in front of like where Old
Where
Navy is, right?
Where Speeds is at or was at. There was one.
Throwback.
And then there was
Wasn't there one by like where Old Navy is, right? That Rockfish was. Wasn't that, a
was
Skillets?
Yeah. And then there was one off of the interstate
By the Red Roof Inn?
By the Red
maybe?
Roof Inn.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, you fucking you got me all thrown off all my shit.
Shout out
Like,
to the kettle,
hell
bro.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that shit was badass.
Hell yeah, it was drunk times in
Hell
that bitch.
yeah.
The Brittany restaurant.
Oh, the
I
Chelsea.
wasn't 21 yet, so that was illegal drunk times in the kettle.
At the kettle?
Yeah.
Wasn't the
That's bad.
Brittany turned into the Chelsea, or was it the Chelsea into
Nah,
the
it was
Brittany?
the Brittany restaurant.
Remember
first.
they had the little phones you order at the
badass.
table? You
Do you
remember
remember
that
them
shit?
shits at the mall?
That was where David
Fuck
Trout was at
yeah.
all the time, right?
Who?
Chelsea's. At Chelsea's pub.
Who's David Trout?
The karaoke guy.
I don't know.
I don't think I know who that is either.
Dude, he was like real.
Let me find Trout.
He was a Lubbock celebrity.
No shit.
Yeah.
David Trout.
Yeah, he rolled around scuttlebutts.
Oh,
and then
he had the little
Chelsea's-
box with the karaoke
Yeah,
machine,
yeah.
like the little speaker, right?
Yeah.
I remember
think I
him.
know
And then
that dude
he
is.
had that fish trout shirt all the time.
Was he nice with it?
Yeah, dude. Like like I said, he's a Lubbock celebrity.
No shit.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, get him on the podcast.
Hey, what's
one
he
of
doing now,
my
man?
buddies,
Busy?
man,
Get him on the
Jose.
Dre Loves You.
He was at Bleachers one night and he fucking was singing karaoke, David Trout, right? And he was like, pour some sugar on me, you know what I mean? And then at the end, the motherfucker mic dropped it, right?
He's messing up his own
Dude,
equipment.
David Trout got pissed, dude.
Oh, somebody, your
My
boy was
buddy
doing
did it to his
Oh.
mic, and that David Trout like immediately stopped the show, grabbed the mic, and yelled at him. He was like, "Hey man, I don't throw rocks at you when you're sucking dick."
Oh,
we were like, "Oh shit!"
Hey, you know what?
Hey, he was waiting to use that bar.
Yeah,
he had that bar waiting.
Dude, if I was him and when I was done, he'd been like, "You're Trout of here."
Fuck around and find Trout.
You're fucking Trout of here.
Oh, but what were you gonna say before I interrupt you with my
Oh, yeah.
freaking my kettle
God,
nonsense?
dude. That shit. I'm telling you, that shit. Fucking memories, dude.
Yeah,
Okay, let's say you're at the kettle.
hungover, probably,
Yeah.
or already drunk.
If you're there and let's say you see somebody like a woman, she don't even have to be a good looking woman, but let's say she's feeding her kid with her tits out. Are you looking?
Oh yeah,
I am too. Like, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Right?
You got to grade it. You know
I'm
what I
very
mean?
curious. I got to see what the nipple looks like, how big the
You go
baloney
take the
is.
kid's head out of the way. Hey,
Yep.
I mean, I'm
It's
not,
good.
I'm
Put
not
it
to
back.
that extreme, but if it's out, I'm gonna see. You know, I
gotta
gotta
grade
rate
it.
it.
You gotta
I gotta
grade it,
rate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would tell Andrea, like, dude, look, she's breastfeeding, and I'm gonna make sure she's looking too, so I don't get in trouble.
Look at her.
Look
at her.
Look at her. She's.
I always tell my wife, man, you never let your husband see tits.
It's like, man, ain't no fun. Man. I feel weird, dude. Like that's, dude. One time, it was like he was kind of a newer guy that started working with me at the post office, man, and he's trying to like make friends, I guess, you know. And he's like, hey man, let's go drink a beer. It was when Ruby Tequilas was on University by Tech.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he had invited me a few times, and finally I was like, all right, you know, I ain't got shit to do. We'll go. Well, his wife shows up, and she's nursing, you know. And dude, he's like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get us some beers. And so I'm there chilling with his wife, you know, and we don't know each other. And she just whips her titty out and starts feeding their kid. And I'm like, what the fuck is
No
going on?
cover up, nothing.
No, dude. And I feel
Nice.
so uncomfortable.
Nice.
Dude, and I'm like, you know that scene on Superbad when Mike
High five.
high five when Mike Sarah looks at that girl and he goes,
Yeah.
that's how I did, dude. she goes, oh yeah, so how's work? And I go, ah shit. I didn't know what
I
to
thought
do.
you were gonna
man.
be like Jim Carrey.
On Me, Myself, and
Me,
Irene.
myself, and Irene when he's
Milk
all sucking her
mustache.
tit.
Dude, and then I'm like, dude,
It's
really?
only fair, dude. Like if the baby's having some, I'll have what he's having.
I'm lactose intolerant, bro.
Hey man, if you don't have a cover up,
That's worth it though.
And then we'll finally, like, I think she could tell I was uncomfortable. And like she kind of like turns around, you know, but like do that
And
shit
showed the whole
first.
restaurant
Yeah, like
her
do that
tit.
shit
And
first.
not just Ramos.
And also don't wait for your husband to leave before you whip your titty.
Hey,
out.
maybe it was an invite to a better party.
Make a long story short, it was.
No way.
Not for me, but
for real.
the invitation
dude.
was out there for other
Man,
folks.
they like
Wow.
pineapples, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Speaking of
I
pineapples,
hope people can't figure out who I'm talking about, but
Well,
some
Speaking
people
of pineapples,
they know they know.
Did y'all ever try the pineapples at Ruby Tequilas? The ones that were at the bar soaked in tequila or
No.
Everclear? Or,
I hate tequila, bro.
dude, yeah.
I've never saw them. Now that you say,
I
They
never
were always
know
right
they
there
were either.
at the bar,
Uh-huh.
and it was just a big fucking like pickle jar full of sliced
shit.
pineapples.
They charge you every time you get one out, or what?
Well, you would tell them you want one, and they'd fish it out for you, and I think it was like $1.
be badass they threw it to you like
they
on
were-
for
they
like
were-
hibachi chefs and shit. Hit me, Julio.
Dude, they were horrendous. Like they were horrible.
Uh-huh.
But legit got chicks fucking drunk. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like
Well,
if you were taking a chick to,
hold
hey,
on,
try that, and
Hold on,
See
dude.
what happens
it was
later?
a cheap ass
Hold on,
date
brother.
after that.
Really?
When we used to hang out at Zap's house back in the day. We would get watermelon and we would soak that shit with fucking
Yeah.
vodka, and we would do watermelons, gummy bears, gummy worms.
Gummy bears take the alcohol.
Yeah. Sometimes if you put too much in there, it'll like the color will come out
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, yeah.
But if you put just enough in there, it'll soak it up.
Dude, we made up all kinds of stupid shit back then. You know, it's
Just
like
to get
we
pussy.
just yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
we would always pass out.
and we never.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah, we never
it
did.
is no good if that
Y'all
was our.
drug yourselves.
Yeah,
So like,
it would
I-
never worked.
I always kind of took pride in this too. I was always bringing girls over Like that was my job, right? Because
That's just
because I worked
at the shoe
I worked
store.
at Baker's.
Oh,
at
I
this,
thought you were saying I worked at Uber. I would
Nope.
bring the girls.
that was pre-Uber. Hey, before Uber,
Taxi Cab Confessions.
before Uber, there was a Baker's shoe store. That's how you got the hose.
But I would tell them, I would just make shit up, and then they're at the register and like, hey, where do you go to school? Oh, wherever. I was like, oh, you know, so and so and so and so. Name dropper like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah. It was well, we're partying at Zap's house this weekend. Oh, okay. They would all come over. And then everybody be passed out by the time we got there. And so then we wouldn't have no beer because they drank it all and passed out. So they fucking bounced. So
it was
What
like
kind of ass backwards shit is that?
yeah, that's how it went every time, dude.
Yeah,
We would always
because-
drink too much.
I'd get off at work at 9. By the time I get over to Zap's house, it's 10 o'clock. Everybody's either passed out or not
Yeah.
there or gone or whatever.
Well, because we would bro out. That's what
Yeah.
it was. We would bro out like,
What?
you know,
like
we'd be like,
at-
yeah, let's go do some beer bongs.
But
or
like
let's
at
slam a beer.
6?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you know, by the time this dude would get out of work, we're already
It'd be like,
we're gone by that time, dude. Like, and like, yeah. And our boy Zap, I'll tell you who Zap is after we record.
Yeah.
He don't want to drop in his
Yeah.
name,
But we would-
He's a professional.
Yeah, we-
so.
go ahead.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're
there's
talking about.
there's lots of chicks that would go to see him or meet up, and he would always be passed out.
Dude,
Every
I'd be
time.
there. They'd wake up or something. I'd be there fucking playing UFC on the fucking PlayStation or Xbox or whatever by myself, or
And it's
watching
funny, dude,
Cheech and
because
Chong movies.
He's the first one that had a computer that could burn CDs, so he'd fucking pass out, and we would go and make all kinds of burnt CDs and shit.
Do y'all
That
remember?
was the greatest. Huh? We were
Yeah.
always making burnt CDs at his house.
Y'all remember the disc recorder?
But were you like
where you would play the CD and then burn it to the
Oh yeah,
like it wasn't like a computer.
No, it was just
a-
the actual thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Uh-huh.
Hell
Did you have
yeah.
one of those?
No, Ariel had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So me being cool with Thomas, I'd be like, "Hey, let's go to Ariel's house."
I'll tell it.
And then I would make a jam session for the party or whatever, and it was through Ariel.
Dude, that was the funnest shit to do though, man. Like I took so much pride into making mix CDs and stuff like that. Like I enjoyed it, man. Like I had a whole I do it now like with playlists. It's like I guess maybe because like I used to DJ, so I always try to like set the mood. Like start off here and then here's the party's at its peak,
Yeah,
and then
hell
it goes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I would always do that shit with like even burn CDs, man. I would always try to start off with a chill song and then go to this and then go to that. And I couldn't wait for us to go out somewhere. It's like, hey, put in my mix. You know, even now, dude. Like, I fucking love it when it's like, hey man, someone's like, you want to hook up to the aux? I'm like, shit, say no more, bro.
Of course I do.
Say less.
Dude. And then I'll be looking,
Actually,
and I was like, y'all ain't gonna ask me who a song this is. Man? So, I love it when somebody asks me what song it is, or you see them
shit.
shazamming your shit.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you and sorry, dude, this is y'all's podcast. And,
no, go
That's
for
all
it, dude.
good.
but did y'all legit take pride into knowing shit like songs that other people didn't know?
I did.
Yeah.
I do. I do
yeah.
to this day, dude, and it's
Still?
stupid because I'm 40. Like, you don't get a prize.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
all,
I know,
All you
yeah.
get is like maybe some bragging rights. Like, and even at that, people don't care.
But do you
know
remember,
what I mean?
like you, me, and Lil Mike would always text each other new music.
Oh yeah.
And it would like, I hadn't heard this one yet. Be like, fuck yeah.
To
Yeah.
this day, you still do that.
Me and
shit,
Jonathan
man.
and Ricky Flores do that all the time. You know, we'll send shit or whatever we're listening to, or if we're at the gym, sending
whatever you're listening
Yeah.
to at the time. And yeah, dude, I still do that shit to this day. And it's funny, bro, because like the past like maybe 2-3 weeks at work, we have my boy Derek will bring a speaker, and we all take turns hooking up to the speaker. And dude, we've all been going through like the past probably week or two, dude. It's all like 80s action movie soundtracks.
Oh shit.
Dude, movies like Rocky, The Lost
Studio.
Boys, all that
There's
shit.
good
dude.
shit, dude.
Bangers, bro.
Yep.
Banger. And we started playing them like kind of ironically. Like, like we're going to play, what's the song by Tim Capella from Lost Boys? Ironically. But then you're like, this shit kind of jams,
Yeah.
Before you know it, we're just all jamming out to the old 80s, 90s, like movie soundtracks.
We talked about this like off mic. No, we talked about it on the phone the other day, but like
behind the scenes.
Yeah, they don't make movie soundtracks anymore like they used to.
The soundtrack was the shit.
Right.
What was the
'Cause
last thing you can remember that had a like slamming
dope
soundtrack?
soundtrack?
Yeah.
Dude, it's probably been a while.
Because am I remembering incorrectly? But didn't the soundtrack drop like the week before the movie?
Yeah.
That's usually how it
Yeah.
went. Like
And
they
then-
went hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of, the last one like that sticks out to me is 8 Mile, and that's been fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah. I remember the Man with the Iron Fist.
Oh yeah,
RZA
yeah.
did a bunch of shit for them.
Yeah,
That one
Kanye
was
had a song on there.
They had
too.
the Black Keys
Yeah,
on there.
that's true.
With Talib
RZA.
Kweli's on
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah.
But that's old, dude.
That-
Like, that's
that's
an old. I can't think of
04?
a.
03,
Is that when it
04?
is?
Yeah.
I can't think of a newer movie that
No.
is like known for the like
Fast
Guard
and Furious soundtrack, the first part of the movie.
Okay.
That one had a badass soundtrack.
Okay,
soundtrack.
the one with Paul Walker when he died, the Wiz Khalifa "See You Again" song. That's
But was that a soundtrack or
no,
just
no,
a
no.
was
That's
song?
what I'm
just a
saying. That's the
standout
only
song.
song
Yeah.
that I can think of,
Yeah.
like that was off of a movie, because I can't think of shit else.
I can't either, dude.
Right?
I really can't. I
I
mean, the
remember
Guardians of the
soundtracks.
Galaxy was kind of known for.
But
its,
even
like,
that,
80s
the fucking
soundtrack.
old sound, old songs. There's not anything new for the
Because that was
movie.
that was a thing, though,
It
right?
was a
Like,
thing, yeah.
like certain
Because-
songs you hear, you automatically think of the movie.
Well,
you know
think
what I
of
mean?
the Friday movies.
Friday.
Those soundtracks were badass.
They even had two. They had one with the old school
The oldies,
songs,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the newer songs
Yeah.
for that
I remember
movie.
that,
Yeah.
dude. Because I played, it was Bananarama the other day. You know, the Cruel Summer, and it
Yeah.
automatically reminds you of Karate Kid. Like certain songs will remind you of a movie from back then.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I
dude.
always
Like,
do that to my wife because I always have classic rock playing on the radio, that or sports radio, because we can't ever find a medium between us.
y'all music.
What is she listening to?
She listens to country,
Oh, okay.
and I can't fuck with country.
I love country.
And then she hates sports radio, so classic rock.
No
and
shit.
I'll same thing like you said, man. It's like a song playing from a movie, and I'll tell her, "Quick, what movie's that?" And she's like, "I don't fucking know." I guess I'm the only nerd in here.
How do you think you would do on that show? Like, Can You Beat Shazam? Have you seen that show?
Oh, with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Do you think you
I
could do
think
good?
I
Pretty
would
good?
do pretty good until you get in there. You're like,
Dude,
oh,
I thought the same shit.
I'm the same
man.
way. And like, man, I could, because every time like we're at home and like Wheel of Fortune's on, I guess the fucking puzzles right away.
Look at Big Brain on the air.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Smarty pants.
Like I can at Jeopardy, I guess all the
Me
fucking
too.
questions, but then
And Jennifer
like, when
will
I'm
hype me
oh
up, too.
god,
Yeah.
They
damn,
have me
for
feeling
real?
myself.
Y'all are
Oh, when-
smart
but
as
when I'm-
fuck, 'cause
when
I
I-
don't know Jeopardy at all.
I do all right on
But
Jeopardy,
on Jeopardy,
bro.
dude, it just depends on what the question is. I mean, the category is.
You're like fucking
sometimes-
Rosie Perez, fool. On White Man Can't Jump, studying for Jeopardy.
I want to be on Jeopardy.
Foods that start with the letter Q.
His screw is for carpenters.
Carpenters, Billy.
And a hook shot.
Oh, dude, I used to love me some Rosie Perez.
Shut the
bro.
fuck up, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
You know, you talk about pause game.
Hey,
talk
bro.
about pause game.
We're
with
using
short
you for our next
tits.
commercial, bro. You're doing fucking Rosie Perez on our next commercial. I don't know how, but we're gonna work that shit in there. Yes,
they
dude, the
hit the
pause
last, same
game. bro.
last name.
But remember, we talked about his pause game. That pause game when she's swinging and her tits are out.
yeah.
They're like,
Dude,
fuck.
so check this out. It's funny that he brings that up because Flams and I, we would do that, bro. Like we would try to hit it, pause at this because it was a body
she had
glove.
some big old heavies, bro.
Well, you know, we spent our childhood trying to pause it at the right times to see a nipple. She shows all her titties in that movie with Spike Lee.
Do the Right Thing.
Do the right thing.
oh,
I didn't know that
I
till
still
like
haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I hadn't
She's
either.
even got ice putting on her titties and
Dude,
everything.
I didn't
yeah.
know that till like maybe 2 years ago. It's on TV. And I'm like, oh shit, that's Rosie Perez, you know? And in my head, I'm like, she was fine back then.
You looking at my titties?
Two, 3 minutes later, she's butt ass naked.
If you were a subscriber to fleshofthestars.com,
Hey,
that movie?
Was that on
it was a Seth Rogen movie.
yes,
when they,
Zack
Knocked
and
Up,
Mary.
Knocked Up.
they were telling you where to.
Oh
It was
yeah,
not
no,
the-
that's not
yeah.
Zach.
It's
Yeah,
like
you're
Mr.
right.
Skin. Do you
Yeah.
remember Mr. Skin, that website?
No, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
remember
they
it
were
at all.
they were trying to invent this website and it
Yeah.
already existed.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, we saw that on fleshofthestars.com. You're like, what?
Flesh of the stars.
But it's just like that Mr. Skin, dude. Like,
Yeah.
That he was ahead of the game, but he went in it for the long
You
run
know what?
because the internet just got away with
Okay,
it. You know?
so we were talking about soundtracks ain't out like that anymore. They ain't hot like they used to be. Naked celebrities ain't like they used to be either. Dude, it seemed like every so often you would get, Scarlett Johansson.
she got her photos leaked. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
or she's showing in this new movie. She's new, full frontal or whatever. I can't remember the last time that there was
went
a
looking?
celebrity that.
Do you still frequent, like, try to look around and see what's
No,
popping?
but I'm just saying, like, there's nothing that catches my eye. You know what I'm saying?
You're so desensitized to it, bro. Nothing is gonna do it for you.
Well, fuck, if I see a girl feeding a baby in a kettle, I mean,
Well, I was gonna say,
how can I,
apparently now
I'm not fazed by that.
shit on Instagram that you ain't used to seeing. Apparently, you know.
chicks with dicks?
I mean,
Do you think free porn fucked that up?
yes.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Because like you said, that celebrity that's hot as fuck, you see everyday stranger that's even hotter.
Even hotter. Yep.
And so
Dude, we were talking about like you think like
it waters down this hot celebrity.
you think there's 10s, right? You see Cindy Crawford, you know, she's a 10. You're like, we're growing. There's chicks that are 12 and 13s now. Just every average chick on the internet is a 13, you know?
I said this to my wife. I've said this to my friends. Every girl on my For You page on TikTok, and I don't see, my algorithm is not little girls, so let's just X that out. Like, it's all adult age women. They're hot as hell. Every girl on my For You page.
Yeah.
And it's like it dry snitches on you, bro. I mean, not that your girl cares, but like if she did, all she has to do is look up your For You page, and it's just this is the shit you're into. You know what I mean? Because like your Explore page will dry snitch on you. You know?
Yeah.
That's why it's like my Explore page. Is
I've told
lit.
you this before. It changes. It goes from like the daytime to like your hot chicks, and then at
To
night
the
it's
BET Uncut,
conspiracy shit.
Instagram Uncut.
Yeah.
Dude, so check this out. I tried this experiment the other day on Instagram because it was getting flooded with too many Instagram hoes, allegedly, my Explore page. And so I was like,
Instagram what?
Hoes.
Oh,
Instagram
okay,
hoes.
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 My bad.
I'm trying to say it classy, bro. I don't want to be so degrading.
Pinkies up, you bastard.
Yeah, some hoes. And so I was like, I'm going to try to rearrange my algorithm, you know? And so what I started doing, because it's usually hot chicks, sneakers, woodwork, and food. Like on my Explore page, you know, that's my shit.
Well.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna trick it. And so what I started doing is like I was looking at badass Jeeps, and then like Raptors, and then the Dodge TRX's truck, and just within 5 or 6 taps on that screen, changed my whole shit that quick.
No
Oh, yeah.
way.
It changed my whole thing.
Yeah.
Just looking at a few different.
But you know what? If you do that, because I tried the almost the exact same thing you did.
That's a better way of clearing your search history.
But then I have a slapdick friend that sends me shit that is not in that algorithm.
Damn it, Rick.
My algorithm fucking goes back to what it
Ricky's
was.
fault. Blame it on
yeah.
Richard.
So I tried to get away from the cochinadas on my Instagram because, as you know, like I was like getting momentum with my bourbon. JP knows photos. So I legit stopped liking, tits and ass, and it was just all bourbon, all sneakers, cigars, stuff like that. It never changed.
Really?
Like you'd go to my For You page and like I stopped completely liking tits and ass. And it was tits and ass all in my For You page. And I had heard it's
Can't
what
get away
your
from it.
friends like, that your For You page is what it is.
Yeah, you hang around with a bunch of
but I don't
horneados.
know if that's true or not.
I don't know. I'm
don't
gonna
know,
pay
dude.
attention to that more because
I don't think there's a rhyme or reason. I think TikTok's gonna do it and whatever the fuck TikTok wants
Because
to do.
no, I'm
hit
talking,
me with
no,
my-
no, no, I'm
my,
not talking about
conspiracy
TikTok.
soundboard here in a little
I'm
bit.
talking about Instagram.
Yeah.
'Cause
that's how
do it, I
Instagram
think.
is, dude. I'm telling you, I changed my whole shit. But I had heard a pretty interesting conspiracy hit me, Julio.
Oh.
Boo. Yeah. I heard an interesting conspiracy theory about like let that shit
Hold
breathe.
on. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
All right. You fucking remix it.
Shut the fuck up.
So it's not my conspiracy theory. It's Sam Tripoli. He was talking about how he thinks that like Pornhub, that it's run by like the CIA. And I'm like, come on, bro. Not everything's a conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
But he makes some good points, dude. So he's talking about how like if it's not run by the CIA, they might have their hand in it, because what he's saying is,
It's run by TIT.
let's say you have aspirations of being a governor or some shit, right? So it looks at what you're into.
Aspirations. Really?
Aspirations. Got them bars. It looks at what you're looking in, like your Pornhub searches, right? What you're into, what you're looking at. Let's say you're into some funky stuff, like you're into like tranny porn or all that stuff.
Non-binary.
Right?
Non-binary shit.
Then you can get that on Instagram now. You know? But like you're into weird shit, right? So what what he's saying is like they're storing everybody's data, like what they're into, all this and that, so that let's say later on you become somebody of some kind of stature or whatever, they can hold that over your head if push came to shove. They could use it like as blackmail or whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's an
Damn.
interesting take on it, man.
I gotta. So have you ever heard? So you know how like you were
Is it
just
believable though? A little bit?
Nah.
Nah, not really.
No, it really is, because I get it, because like you said, if somebody's wanting to, you can't control me, you can't do this and that, but also you were looking at
Well, because I've always heard like
80-year-old lady
if something's
porn,
for
you know?
free, you're the product.
Okay,
Have you ever heard
So
that?
speaking of
that
free-
makes sense. You know.
and how you were saying how like did porn, like free porn, kill the internet, right?
Yeah,
or whatever. So you had your pay sites. Remember when we were growing up, it was like you get a little bit, you get the thumbnail.
It was very little for free.
Yeah, you get the thumbnail, or you'll get like 10 seconds or something for free. But then you got to pay
Hey, do you
$30 or
remember
whatever.
was
we
like
all
$40
passed around
a
a
month.
password?
Yeah.
Do we all like all of our friends had one? Somebody I don't even know who it was.
don't
Somebody
either.
with the last name Perez, but because it was
School is for cop and doors.
because we
Beanie.
all shared the username and password for I think it was Reality Kings or one of those two,
Well,
something
so,
like that. But yeah, we all shared that shit.
well, like you said, so you would pay for it, right? And then all of a sudden, here comes all the free porn. And why would you pay for it why would you pay for porn when you can just go on the internet and
It
find
killed the
it for
whole
free?
porn industry.
But
Ooh,
now look at OnlyFans. It came back around. So now you got to pay for it again, right? So
that's true.
what's the next
History
step going to be?
repeats itself.
Yeah, what's going to be the next step?
But here's
That's-
my
that's a
rebuttal
good
to
point, though.
to
Yeah.
all of that, right? Like, I'm just a slap dick, right?
Uh-huh.
Why does the CIA want what I fucking
No, I
to store,
I don't
right?
really think it's a
No, let's just say
Okay.
it's real.
Uh-huh.
Like, they're involved, right? Why does the CIA want to have what I search in my porn or whatever?
Just in case you get too big for your britches on your own podcast.
Maybe.
Well, the way Sam Tripoli was making it sound is like if you're into weirder stuff, like they'll flag you. Like okay,
But here-
he's not into normal
This is
shit.
where I'm going though.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, cool. You want to store whatever I search? Okay, cool. Have it, right? But you have, up until Elon Musk bought Twitter, you had people showing like
CP on Twitter.
actual,
Yeah,
What's CP?
like pedo shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
child porn.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
they would legit show that,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not taken down, and it wasn't flagged.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
So you know what I heard about that? They were saying that the only reason they weren't so like vigilant about taking that shit down is because overseas it wasn't as illegal as it is in the United States, and Twitter is like worldwide. That was their argument for why they
Yeah.
weren't so good about taking that shit down. But you're right though. It's like if people are gonna be in a weird shit, they'll find it. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
For
it's
sure.
like if it's going back to what Eric was saying, like if it's free, more and more people are going to be on it. You can just save all their data and see who's into the weird shit, and like you get flagged. Like okay, this dude's kind of into some like S&M stuff or all that or whatever, and then now they're going to pay a little more attention to this person, because he's from a family of people. Lifelong politicians, and shit like that.
I get that, because
Yeah.
they've got dirt on you on that. But
Yeah.
have y'all seen? Do y'all watch movies, like new movies? Have y'all seen Babylon?
No, I want to see it.
The dope.
So it's crazy. It's a good movie, but then like, fucking deep diving it with Donnie Flamingo goggles.
You can't see shit normal
what I
anymore,
mean?
bro. You're
And
too
I'm
woke.
just like, that's probably the shit that goes on in Hollywood.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what it's about.
So it's so hard to describe other than
Without ruining it?
It's just like, in my opinion, it's the real shit that happens in
But it's like
Hollywood.
early Hollywood, right?
It's early
Yeah.
Hollywood, but to me, it's what really goes down in Hollywood.
I believe it, man. And like I always talk about, I forgot who I was trying to explain that. You ever watch that show, The Boys, on Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite shows.
That's a badass show,
Yeah.
dude. And I say all it is a analogy for what politicians and movie stars are. Think
Yeah,
about it, like
yeah.
out in the public, they're these great people. They do no wrong, but behind the scenes, they're pieces of shit.
But then
Yeah.
you have the woke people that are like, this corporation sucks, and then you're like, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's a good. Do you like The Boys?
Yeah.
dude, I heard this
Dude,
next
pause.
Paul. Yeah, he does. I've
Pause.
seen him. He really likes.
The
Check his
non-binary.
algorithm.
Hey, it's non-binary shit.
I forget where I'm at, man.
Yeah, you gotta-
you watch that new show, The Non-Binaries?
Like I sit here and this is home to me, right? And on y'all's podcast, I fucking forget where I'm at, man. Everything
We're about
is,
the dumb shit,
yeah.
Shit.
No, and I love it. It's just I forget,
Yeah.
like,
But
hey, pause.
They're saying the next season. I saw they were talking about whatever something's supposed to happen on the next season of The Boys, and it's supposed to be the most graphic thing to ever be in a
okay,
TV
it's
show.
funny
or in a
that you
show.
say
That's saying
that
a lot.
because
Yeah, dude.
I have an older coworker. He's like almost 60, right? And he loved that show up until where the dude got into the
Sneezes?
the
The
dude's
vagina?
dick hole,
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Even I was appalled.
He stopped watching it. He said he came to
was a
work
little
and he's
much.
like, "I'm not watching that show no more." And I was like, "Dude, we talk about this show all the time." He's like, "No, fuck that show. I'm not watching this."
It was
show
a
no
little
more."
much,
and he
man,
didn't. Like he kept to his word. He didn't watch it.
The
no
show's
more.
too good not to.
But was
Even
it
if that shit
like-
offends you, it's too good to
Yeah.
just stop.
But was he
there,
offended because it was a little gay or what?
man. No, it's just intense.
To be honest, I think it in his mind it was just too extreme.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it was, but it's also like, bro. I mean, it's
There's
the
also
show warmed you
there's
up
also
for that
guys,
moment. You know
there's
what I mean?
also
It's
guys
like-
flying around in the air like it's
fake. It's not
all
real.
fake, you know. It's-
I don't
mean,
know.
the whole
you
show
know what?
prepped you
That's
for
a
that
good
moment.
question. I should ask him what about it
Yeah.
like pissed him off.
well,
so
I mean,
bad.
you're okay with
Is it
guys
the
flying
gayness?
around,
Is
yeah.
it yeah. Maybe it was the gayness.
What's
I
like
don't know.
I was laughing because when I was talking about Paw Patrol, that cartoon, you know, they've got all these badass contraptions. I'm like, who is financing all these fucking things? Meanwhile, their dog's talking. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
forget
you're
it's-
missing the whole
exactly, dude. It's the same thing. Like, dude, these guys
Yeah.
are flying. There's a guy that's a fish, dude.
You
Like-
said Paw Patrol, and it
Uh-huh.
reminded me instantly. Am I remembering incorrectly, or do y'all remember the guy from Blue's Clues died of an overdose?
No, he didn't.
Dude, you sent me that, and I forgot to respond.
I just
You
saw
don't
a
remember
video.
that?
I don't. But I know they had that new Asian dude who looks also non-binary.
I always
Yeah, but he
remember
came
him
back.
to die of an overdose, and then I saw that post of him being old, and I was like,
Yeah, because
I
he
thought
even
he died.
He even
he
just
quit the show, right? He
yeah,
quit it?
because he moved on. I think they said that he went to college or something was the reason he left. But he
I
recently,
don't know why I thought I remember him dying.
posted a picture with fucking LeVar Burton from Reading
That's
Rainbow.
the thing you sent me.
That's what I
yeah,
said.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I sent Ramos, and I was like, I remember this dude died.
Well, remember
Maybe it's a Mandela effect, man.
remember the dude from what's the Winnie Cooper show?
Paul Pfeiffer,
Yeah, remember everybody
From the
used to
Wonder
say
Years?
he was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
All those weird-
It wasn't, but
Dude, I was fixing to bring up something I fucking forgot. I guess it's not that important.
Sorry.
But that's what earlier today, dude. We were talking about Nelly. Did you see that video of Nelly like looking all possessed and shit?
it's-
What was that?
I think he was on
didn't-
some good shit, dude.
I didn't see it. All I saw was Twitter.
He was trending.
He was trending, and it was just all pictures, and I didn't have
he
time.
looks like
to
he's
click the
possessed,
link.
but I don't know.
was on some
he was
like
on
he was
some
singing?
drugs, yeah.
He was singing
wasn't
"It's all
rapping, like
in
he
my
was- he
head."
was
That song
singing.
with Tim McGraw.
Yeah, okay.
But
But
he
he's
was
like-
on, like he was on beat. He was singing. I mean, he was doing the song
But
right.
he
But
was-
his fucking face was like contorting, and like his eyes
It
were
looked crazy, dude. It looked like he
Yeah.
was on that. He was on that. You know? Yeah, he was on that. And we were Jennifer and I were talking about that. Today.
Leroy.
And God,
you
it's
here?
fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Pobrecito, dude. He's known as that guy now, man. It's your fault.
Motherfucker, he brought it onto my show.
Fair point. Fair point. But I was telling Jen, I was like, do you think you could be in that part of like Hollywood? Like you could. It's arguable that he was an A-list celebrity at some point, you know, during the height. Now maybe a B-list, whatever. He's a big, well-known celebrity. Do you think you could be at that level of like any kind of stardom, like movies, music, whatever, and not
Podcast.
do drugs? Podcast. You know, like, do you think there's any drug like artists out there that just don't? They're clean, straight up clean. I say no.
So is weed clean?
Weed's not a drug to me.
So weed's clean?
Yeah,
I think so.
you really like don't people just smoke?
I
And don't
think
mess
people
with-
might just do weed in Hollywood.
It's hard for me to say because I would like to say no. Like if it was me, but I'm very influential. Like
Yeah.
you can influence me to do anything.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, once I
Pause.
I'm just saying, like if you're like, hey, try this new drink or whatever. Okay.
Like that scene on what's that movie? With John C. Reilly, Walk Hard.
Yeah.
He's like, don't come in here.
don't want to try this.
Don't come in here.
We're doing cocaine.
You don't want to try this. This is
badass.
Get out of here,
cocaine.
Dewey.
Dude, when they talk about like the funniest movies, you always forget about like you don't ever hear about that one. That one's funny.
That
dude.
movie.
Walk hard.
Yeah.
Walk Hard, bro.
What are y'all doing?
This is not addictive, Dewey.
But it's,
I think I want to try it.
That's how it starts, though, right?
Okay,
Like,
come on in.
let's say you're the cleanest dude, like you don't mess with none of that shit, you know. But then like,
I'm-
the rest, your band or groupies, whatever, come in,
Yeah.
they want to party.
Well, I don't want to turn y'all show into the Donnie Flam show.
Go ahead, man.
But I've seen like legit old videos before YouTube cleaned themselves that like producers they would go on there and say like they want you to do dirt so they can have dirt.
Yeah.
on you,
Blackmail.
You know?
Yeah.
So they like stayed away from it. And when they stayed away from it, they never got no more movies. They never got like.
Yeah.
So it's the never ending story, like the Faustine bargain. Like you got to make that deal with the quote unquote devil. You got to make that
Falcor
deal.
bargain.
Lori talked about
The
it.
Falcor
the three roads, and he chose
Noriega
the
yeah.
straight and narrow. And
Did you ever see that
he
interview?
Didn't get
Oh, what was it
more-
on like Vlad TV maybe?
It was on Vlad. He never got any more record deals. Like he would just done.
So he had to get in the podcast game.
Hey, he's got a badass podcast.
Yeah.
You know.
I believe that. Like you got to play ball if you're gonna be,
And that's Babylon, the movie.
Yeah.
Y'all
Really?
Y'all got to check out
Yeah, I'm
Babylon.
gonna check that
dude,
out.
I could not be a celebrity because I would be strung out. I would be drunk all the time.
Okay,
I'd
well
be
let me
high
throw
all
this
the
at
time.
you. I've said this from the beginning.
Sex
like
addict.
when Lil Nas X came out, I don't think he was gay. I think he was
I
gay for
still
the
don't
pay.
think he's
I don't
gay.
either.
Yeah.
My theory is he just went along to get along, and they were gonna push him out there. You're the most
Yeah.
famous dude for a little while because
Yeah.
he's gonna play ball.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Because you're saying you could be influenced,
So you're just acting gay,
Like,
but
I
you're
mean,
not
what-
really gay.
I feel like he might have partaken in some peen.
Yeah, I'm,
Just for the-
I'm
to sell it.
sure now you're trying to sell it even harder,
Yeah.
so you got to participate.
If they told me you ain't got to touch nothing or suck
just
nothing,
act like
just
it.
act like it.
You
I
get
do it. Yeah,
stunt cock.
Fuck yeah.
Somebody else comes in.
fuck, why not? I mean, as long as I ain't got to.
So have y'all heard about that Drake verse where he's talking about XX?
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
About what do y'all think about
If
that?
he would have,
He went to court over
if he
that,
would have
right? Or
held
he's
his
going
tongue,
to?
is that one?
If he wasn't going live, he'd still be alive.
If he had
or
held his
something
tongue on
like
that live, he'd
Live,
still
yeah.
be alive. Yeah.
And then he starts breaking down the numbers.
Yeah, the
to
numbers.
equal XXX.
10 again, yeah, whatever, yeah.
What do you
Dude.
like?
I don't know.
There's got to be some truth to that, right?
because
But also, how stupid are you to put
you
it like?
snitching on yourself.
Yeah, because we've talked about this. I don't know how many times. Like, people on TikTok are fucking detectives. Like, there'll be something that comes
Yeah.
out, and people
They
will be
got
like,
no better
"Oh,
to
do
do.
you know
Twitter
this or
and
this
TikTok
and this?"
will fucking fine
Yeah.
tooth
Yeah.
comb everything.
Like people, there's
Yeah.
people out there that don't have real jobs, that have nothing better to do than be on TikTok or Twitter all day.
They're
will
wasting
find shit.
their talents because
Yeah.
they could be really.
But that's what I'm saying.
contributing.
Like, if there's people out there like that, why would you But also, I think Drake's kind of a troll. Like, he puts that shit out
I
there
think so,
just
too.
to
it's kind of like
I'm not
if you know, you
like,
know, like
yeah.
a wink, wink.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I'm asking is like,
Yeah.
if y'all, I'm not asking if y'all believe that, but what I'm asking is like, how do y'all feel that he puts that out there? Like,
I think
it's badass.
It's,
Like,
it's stupid, dude. To me, it's stupid. Like, okay, let's hypothetically he did have something to do with it. He paid somebody to do it. Take that shit to the grave with you, dude.
Yeah.
Like the more
but
people that
but that's the
know,
thing is like, you're so powerful, you're untouchable. I'll put it out there and you still can't fuck with me.
see,
I mean, that could be it too.
I like trolls because I'm a troll too on certain things, but so I think it's badass if he's. But if it's for reals, like, dude, you gotta keep that shit.
I kind of think he might have had something to do with it.
Really?
It's too spot on, man. It's too spot on.
I just don't think he would say. I think Drake's smarter than that to
It
put
might
it
be
out.
like what you're saying though. Like you're above the law. Like he's got more money than and more like. Drake's probably a pretty powerful dude. He probably
Yeah.
is. Like he knows all the right people. Well, like Dana White. You know how Dana
Canada.
White got in trouble for slapping his wife? You didn't hear a whole lot about that
He
other
hit
than
that-
just on the internet.
Yeah,
Like,
he hit that reset button.
Yeah.
Bro. Sometimes you gotta hit the reset button.
I'm telling you, man. It's like let them know. You
No,
got to
but-
keep the pin pan strong.
So
Side-
I
If it
think
happened to
that's
anybody
bullshit,
else,
though.
it would
You know what
be
I mean?
all over the news,
Because-
everything.
Side
think-
note: I think it's funny that he slapped his wife and now he has his own
The
slap league.
That's badass. He was training.
He was
and they were
auditioning.
sparring. They were sparring.
He's like, I'm never gonna ask you to do something I won't do myself.
I think that he's so valuable to ESPN that they had no choice but
I
to
agree.
just sweep
Yeah.
it under
I
the
agree,
rug.
dude.
You know what I
but
mean?
that lets you know how powerful he is.
Okay,
You know?
so
Because
no, go ahead.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry,
I was just gonna say
No,
because
that's all
like
I gotta
if it
say
were to
is,
happen
like-
to anybody else, you know, because like you saw Jamie Foxx and other people trying to make it about black or white. It's not that. It's about
Okay.
who he is as a person. He's
Yeah.
a powerful dude.
So speaking of powerful, what about Vince McMahon?
Same thing.
He came back after all.
If
the
you just lay low
bullshit.
long
Well,
enough.
what happened? What-
Okay, do you know about all the bullshit that happened with
I
him
didn't know he
last?
came
Okay,
back, though. You said
yeah,
he
yeah,
came
but
back.
you know what happened with him
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
sexual allegations and all this
But
stuff, right?
that was consensual, right?
No. So what he was doing is he was like hitting on female talent, and like it was wrestlers, it was office people, and he was like paying them, like he was making them sign non-disclosures, and he was paying them out in payments so they would do stuff for him.
But that's consensual, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
because you've agreed to take money in exchange for that.
right, but also, but
that's some Weinstein
in my
shit, too,
opinion,
though.
that's how it is.
but he's using his power to make them.
I get that.
You know,
but you're the dummy that took my money and signed this paper to fucking play with my balls. I'm sorry.
but also his
I'm sorry
company.
that I'm in that position to fucking
Yeah.
do that to you, but you did it to yourself.
But his company is also publicly traded, so it's not like it's.
It just looks bad on him.
Yeah,
as
it
a-
looks bad, and
Dude, I
when
get it,
you're
and
a
I'm not a-
billion-dollar company,
Yeah.
that's why he. Anyways, that's what
yeah,
started all
I
this
get
shit.
it,
Okay,
but that I get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying too, because if you agree not to,
And also, Eric can be influenced to do anything.
That's
so
true,
there's always
too.
that. So you get it.
But we talked
No
about
chance.
it, or y'all guys talked about it,
No.
and then I brought it up when y'all said about sucking dick for $1 billion. Like
The sore subject.
oh yeah, you're
that-
hired.
that's you agreed.
You're agreeing to
you
it.
agreed, and you got paid for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, anyways,
I
So
get- I'm
later
sorry,
on,
I'm sorry,
later
I'm
on,
sorry,
you
I'm
can't
sorry.
come and say, "Hey,
I'm sorry, dude.
I
Go
got
ahead.
tricked
can't
into
come
this."
what?
You can't come around and say, "I got tricked
come
into
around.
this." I mean,
anyways,
poor choice
fast
of
forward
words.
to a couple weeks ago. So he's been out since last August, July, August, right around then. So his daughter, right before that happened, before he left and all this shit happened, his daughter quit, right? Because she was like the COO or like she was up to chief brand officer, some
was
shit like that.
cool.
Yeah, she's the Q.
The COO. Cool.
What up, Q?
What's up, coot?
No kill my coot. So anyways, she quits, right? She's gone for like 2 weeks or whatever it is. Then all this stuff with Vince McMahon happens. So he leaves. So she comes back. So her and her husband, Triple H, been running the company since August. So fast forward to January, Vince McMahon is getting offers to, or not Vince McMahon, but WWE is getting offers to buy. Somebody wants to buy the
From
company,
Saudi, right?
Yeah.
They were one of them. So it's like Saudi,
What up,
NBC.
My bad. It's so stupid.
Get it, Saudi.
Get it,
'Cause
Saudi.
doesn't NBC own it?
No, NBC, WWE, nobody owns it. WWE owns their
okay.
own shit. But
They just made an agreement with Peacock.
yeah, because they stream their, so they had their network and it was all theirs. And then Peacock paid them obscene
Shit,
amount of
yeah.
money to air it on their
Okay.
Peacock, whatever. So NBC, ESPN, Disney, the Saudis, there's tons of people that are interested in buying, right? So the thing is, Vince McMahon is still the majority shareholder, so he's got to come back in order for them to sell it. So because he has to agree to sell
Because he's
his
a majority
share- yeah.
shareholder.
So when he came back, he's been back for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He's already gotten sued by like 3 different people
God damn.
for coming back. And when he came back, he's already had like 3 or 4 people quit that were like higher up management. His daughter quit again because he came back. It's just a shit show.
This sounds like a shit show.
But this guy, like Vince McMahon is like, quote, God when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like you can't tell him what to do,
Dude, Vince McMahon is like the creator for so many good memories of mine.
Same with
growing
me,
up in
dude.
high school. It's hard to talk bad about him, Like,
Dude, I went down a rabbit hole on Instagram of like 90s, 80s, and 90s wrestling. Because
Yeah.
that's when I really was into it.
Yeah.
And dude, it just brought back so many freaking
yeah, dude.
memories. Like
watching
shit that I
wrestling
forgot
with my
all about. Yeah.
grandma, like, and then the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Like,
I saw this thing on TikTok. It was like,
and then I had the Bulkster on my show.
really?
bro.
Damn, dude.
You missed it, bro. You
Next
missed
time, next time, invite me, dude. What the fuck?
You
But,
better watch out for the Flamsters coming in hot.
I wish
Fuck
I was
that
on YouTube
motherfucker.
then.
The Flamsters coming in hot. Y'all gotta watch it.
Well, I saw this thing on TikTok that said that, don't ask me if I'm Generation X or Millennial or whatever. I'm fucking Attitude Era. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah, for
that's when we
sure,
grew
dude.
up.
Hell
But
yeah.
dude, there's so much like, wrestling was one of those things that when you were a kid, nobody talked about it because you were scared that somebody was gonna make fun of you for being a wrestling fan.
Really?
I never.
Yeah,
gave a
I
shit.
always
Yeah.
talked
No,
about
But I
it.
think
when
because all of my friends were into it
Yeah,
too, though.
me
But when
too.
I was, everybody was like, "Oh, you like wrestling?" You know what I mean? But literally, I know they're watching it too. And then, of course, when DX and Stone Cold and NWO got
Yeah, for
popular,
sure.
man, then everybody started kind of coming out of their shell about this shit.
But I was all WWF like
Yeah.
a
Yeah, I
mother
was
as a
too.
Yeah.
kid, and
was
we
too.
talked about it with those thumb wrestlers, and then you remember the big old monos?
Oh, yeah.
Like I guess they were 12-inch tall, but we're a kid, so
So they're-
they were huge. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember the wrestling buddies, dude. I had the wrestling buddies, and
The
I would,
pillows.
yeah, dude, and
yeah,
I would
yeah.
like, we would legit have wrestling matches with those. That was like the easiest.
Yours
money
had
to
a
ever
hole
make.
in the butt.
Yeah, the
All
Ultimate Warrior,
the cotton was coming out.
the Brutus the Barber.
It was
dude,
the $1 Million Man.
Dude, the Brutus the Barber beefcake might have
He's
had.
like, what are you gonna pay me, $1 million man?
Brutus had the most hot get up out of everybody.
yeah.
I think out of everybody.
Well, what do you mean?
Just the way he would dress, dude. Because did I send you that video? I was like, what's up with this dude? It was when Shawn Michaels and what's his name broke up, and they're in that barbershop.
Marty
and,
Jannetty, yeah.
And he kicks him through the thing.
Yeah,
but,
through the.
But
That was in Lubbock,
But-
right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Brutus the
was-
Barber was holding the microphone.
Yeah,
And
because
they're
it was
breaking
it
up.
was the barbershop.
Yeah,
That
and
was
his-
they're,
Yeah.
they're splitting up, and I'm like, what is this fool wearing, dude? Like, dude, it's like who like. Let me shred my shirt, and then like he's got his underwear on,
Bruce was non-binary before non-binary was cool, bro.
and he was one of my favorite wrestlers, dude. I like Brutus the
that
Barber
was
beefcake,
that was his
man.
thing. Is like, and, you know,
Hot.
he'd wear the long tights with like the see-through, like the sheer on the side, and then like
Like
you
who
could-
brought this to him? Like,
you
hey,
could see his
I got a
cheeks.
good idea. Yeah,
you could see his cheeks on the side cheeks.
And then he had the garden shears, right?
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah.
he worked at freaking Tony and Guy part timer.
You know.
What's, man?
Side note:
What's a
who
guy?
was more queer than that was Ravishing Rick Rude,
Dude,
But he
hey, choose your next words wisely, bro.
Yo.
He was one of my favorites, bro.
no, but he was.
You were
know what I
touching
mean?
the screen.
Like
I could
he
feel
would
the
do
six-pack.
some way gay
was-
shit,
But-
but he would direct it towards like the females. You know what I mean? like,
Yeah.
Dude, he would freaking sex up the ladies in the
Yeah.
audience, though. Just fucking.
Do you remember that shit though? Like, but see, Brutus Beefcake just came out all hot. It's like Rick Rude would say, "This is for the ladies."
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah.
And that. And then he would kiss a girl afterwards. You remember that shit?
yeah, I remember.
He would
that.
bring a girl from the audience and fucking French her down, and then
Hey,
like lay her on the.
You just unsurfaced all this shit. He's gonna start getting sued all over the place.
Oh, he's dead.
Did he die already?
Yeah,
Oh
a long
shit,
time
I didn't know
ago.
that.
He's
Yeah.
all, this
Rip.
is for all you
Rip.
fat no.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember? I
Texas
want to
sweat
say.
hogs.
Hey, I want to say it happened in Lubbock, but I could be remembering this wrong. But him and the Ultimate Warrior wrestled, and the Ultimate Warrior pulled his pants down. Was that like a?
That was
one
a
of my
thing.
wet dreams.
It was in your wet dreams.
It wasn't Lubbock.
never mind.
It was in Lubbock on your street. Most people have Freddy Krueger
I
in their
think that was
dreams.
at Aslan Park.
But I feel like
Aslan.
I feel like
Fucking Aslan.
I feel like I was there when that happened, but I'm sure I wasn't, dude.
you were like this.
Pull it more. Pull
You're
it
like-
more.
You watched
brown nose.
Hey, you watched it through your dad's eyes.
Oh, did I ever tell y'all about that
No,
shit?
yeah, you did.
I would
shit.
watch the fucking dirty movies off the reflection on my dad's glasses.
Okay, I gotta do this.
You gonna take a break?
Yeah,
Let's take a break real quick.
All right, we're back. Well, you can hear it. We're
Okay.
back. So you want to unlock this shit for me?
Ooh,
Unlock it.
like it.
Unlock
You,
it.
you got some interesting shit.
Yeah. So we're doing the. I can decide if we're gonna do the stoner thoughts. Hey,
Hey.
we're messing up my studio, bro.
We'll get the help to pick it up.
Oh.
I am the help.
I can decide if I
shit
wanted to do. I can decide if we want to do stoner thoughts or brain busters, but I came up with a few brain busters that I'd seen around here and there, and I've been saving. So I was like, I got a couple here. We could, especially with JP being on the show, we can get a
Excuse me.
third non-binary opinion.
That's what I'm here for.
Do it.
He says, "What
He's
I'm here
meeting the
for."
quota.
Okay, so the first one I got: would you rather help somebody move or babysit?
You lost me. Help somebody move.
Hold
no.
on, hold on.
I don't care
Hold
what
on,
it is.
hold on,
Option
dude.
B.
Yep.
Hold on, dude.
Real friends
hold-
don't ask friends
hey,
to help them
Hold
move.
on there, brother. Or babysit a loud ass kids you don't really know.
I'll do B.
I'll
I'll do
the-
B.
No, I would rather
spank
move.
the
I
fuck
fuck,
out of
fucking
those
hate
kids,
helping
dude.
people move, dude.
Yeah, but fuck those kids.
Really?
Dude. Yeah, fuck them.
I feel like they're. I'm a kid at heart. I feel like we could find some fun
Okay,
games or some
but let me
shit to do.
let me put the scenario for you. Let's say that you're at home chilling, right?
Uh-huh.
And Jennifer and Brooklyn aren't there. It's just you. And let's say your neighbor from across the street is like has a family emergency and they've got like a 3-year-old, right? And he's a badass kid. You already know he's a badass
Uh-huh.
kid. He comes over and is like, "Hey, something happened. I need you to watch my kid. Can you just watch him for like 2 hours?"
I could do it. I could do it, dude, because fuck movie.
But
Period.
I would be worried that I would kick that kid's ass. Like I would hit him and I would get in trouble.
Well, I mean, it's not. I'm
that
not
shit.
saying it's easy either, though.
Yeah.
But because I remember when Brooklyn was born, and it was my first time being all daddy duty.
Keep in mind, it's your own kid though.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember Jennifer went to one of her nephew's basketball games. And she was like, "You're gonna be okay with her by herself?" I'm like, "She's a baby. Like, yeah, she's just gonna sleep, and when she's hungry, she eats." Dude,
babies.
I had to call Jennifer to come back home because Brooklyn would not stop crying, dude. And I tried everything, and I had those Beats, like noise canceling headphones. I put them on because a lot of people will tell you, like,
Put a chichi in her mouth.
hey, let's do it for the gram real quick. I heard it's okay now.
Well, it works
for the gram.
It works on Twitter.
But I remember, dude, I had to put my noise canceling headphones on because she would not stop crying. And I'm not saying it's cool, but I was like, I get why people lose their shit sometimes. You know, like it sounds fucked
for
up
sure.
saying that,
No,
but
I get it.
because I could not, and like I'm trying everything, like patting her back, everything.
You're like, good job.
You did good game,
Good job.
And then I've heard somebody say when they're doing that, sometimes you just gotta let them cry it out. So I tried that. I went and put her in her crib and just let her cry, and dude, it seemed like forever. And I'm just like, Jennifer, you gotta get your ass back
get
over
your
here.
kid.
I can't. Yeah, go get your kid. I couldn't do it, but also I'll still rather do that than help somebody move.
Yeah.
You too? Same thing?
Bro, I moved when I was 35.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I bought my house when I was like 38, 39, dude, it took like 5 fucking weeks to recover.
Yeah.
Fuck moving.
Fuck moving. I agree.
But
Dude, we had talked about selling our house last year, and the one thing I was dreading is moving. I was like, we've got so much shit.
But that's not the question. I'm
Helping
asking
somebody move?
Yeah,
That's even
helping
worse.
somebody move.
I don't even want to move my own
Nah,
shit. Much
I know,
less somebody else.
but think about it. The way I see it is, I can go help somebody move. I can be done in an hour. Like if it's just some of the heavy shit, I'm like, and I can like, no, fuck this, I'm out of here. With a kid, you can't really say fuck this, I'm out of here. Like you got to kind of stay there until their parents come back.
I had a cousin ask me to help them move recently,
He doesn't like you.
and I told her.
Oh, she doesn't like you.
I told her I would just pay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll help.
I'm with you on
pay
that. dude.
Someone to
I
help
am
me
with
move.
you 100%, bro.
And she was
because-
like, "No, I just need someone to help me move." I'm like, "I'm not that guy."
Yep.
Yeah, because I would rather
I hate it, dude.
I would rather get kicked in the nuts than have to move ever again.
I'm with
like
you on
I've
that.
told Andrea,
It's the
I'm
worst.
not moving, but fuck those kids, dude. I'm not watching those kids, especially if it's somebody I don't know. I don't even like my own kids
I'm
barely.
the team captain of fuck those kids, and I would still.
I'm with you,
I
man.
would
Yeah.
still
Okay.
do that.
Dude, and so
other
if
than
any of
moving.
y'all listening, I'm not the guy to call if you need help moving. I'm sorry.
Or babysit.
Yeah. I mean,
Either way.
I'm the nicest dude you'd ever meet, but don't ask me to help you move, man. I hate it. And like, I'm probably with you, like, hey, let's go, we'll put this money together. We're gonna pay somebody. Like, I'm not the one.
Johnson's gonna move those kids and watch the furniture.
Dude, I fucking hate it, man. I hate it so bad. Like more than anything, it's probably on my. I always have these
I get it.
stupid top 5 lists. That's always gonna
Oh,
be
I
on the
get it,
top
bro.
5 list,
I
no
get
matter
it.
how long my list is, dude.
Okay.
Fuck moving and helping somebody move.
So
and fuck you for asking.
Yeah,
fuck you for
I'm telling you, that lets me
Yeah,
know who
fuck
my
that
friends
shit,
are.
dude.
If I consider you my friend and you ask me to move, it makes me feel some type of way.
There was
Lets
a
me
guy-
know where our friendship's
Yeah,
at, man.
there was a guy at work that was moving, and he was asking people, just anybody at work, to help him move. And he's like, "I'll buy pizza." I'll be like, "Fuck you and your pizza, dude! I can buy a fucking $5
dude,
pizza." For
I got
myself."
finesse. So check
Fuck
this
you.
out. This guy he moves from Colorado to Lubbock, a mail carrier, right? He's a nice older dude, you know. He's into conspiracies, so we hit it off real well. Me and him, a few other guys at work, and we're just talking conspiracies, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, this dude's pretty cool. And he's fucking gaming me the whole time, bro. He probably looked up my fucking like my
There's a
Facebook or
sucker
something.
right there.
Yes, dude. Yeah, he
The CIA fucking.
they let him know this guy will help you move.
Here's a list of all the suckers, and it's just
Well,
Jonathan.
bro, so check this out, man. So, and me, like, I like to be a nice dude, man. So he goes, "Hey, man, can I ask you for a favor?" And I'm like, "Sure, what's up, dude?" You know, I don't think nothing of it. He goes, "Hey, man, I have some stuff in storage, man, and I need to move it to my house, and you think you can help me move it?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, dude, like no, but okay." Like in my head, I'm like, "Dude, fuck you for asking me, but all right." And he goes, "Yeah, man, see if you can, one of your boys, I was like, "I'm not going to con somebody else into this." I was like, "Don't get me to do your dirty work, bro, because they're going to be pissed at me for reeling them in,
He's have you ever heard of Operation Paperclip?
You already know.
But also too, that's like, no offense, but that's what you get for having a truck too. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
because I miss my truck, but I don't miss my truck.
Eric's going to pull up in a Mazda Miata.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to help you move.
Hey, see what you can fit in there, motherfucker.
For real, dude. Like,
Oh, so check this.
Just because I have a truck doesn't mean it's gonna help you.
I know.
Move. Get the fuck out.
But they're gonna ask you because
exactly.
you have one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So he cons me and my boy, and he's got a moving truck. He cons me and my boy Brawley, because Brawley's a nice guy too, man. And so and Brawley, like he loves him a cold beer. So that dude's like, yeah, man, I'll get y'all some beer and pizza, you know. And so Brawley's
Please
like,
tell me he didn't even lift.
and Brawley's like, cool, no, like we helped him, right? But so we go to these storage units, and he's got this fucking doomsday prepper, bro. He's got all kinds of heavy ass like containers of water and all. And I'm like, you motherfucker, dude. And then he lives at Preston Manor, you know, way out there in Wolford.
Yeah.
And dude,
I'm spending my day off doing this shit.
it wasn't. It
Fuck
was a
you.
day after work, dude.
And he lives in
Golly,
Preston
dude.
Manor, where he could fucking hire.
Yeah.
Get the
So
fuck out
because he came from I want to say Denver, where the real estate's it's some of the most expensive real estate
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the United States.
Right.
So he sold his house over there for crazy money, bought this big ass house cash.
Oh, exactly. Every
So
house
he's got-
there is a fucking mansion.
I want to say he sold like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for like $600,000, you know, and comes to Lubbock, buys him a big house over there.
Yeah.
And we got conned in, and he legit gave us pizza and beer and peace out. I
It's
was
probably Little Caesars too.
it was good pizza. But then
It was that Chisholm's
the
the gas station pizza.
Pack pizza.
Yeah.
Dude, and so
Here's a Chisholm pizza with a side of 7-Eleven hot dogs.
and I remember the whole time I'm like, you know, dude, fuck you, bro, for asking me, like, you know. And then a week later, he transfers to another station. I haven't spoken a word to him.
Oh, he finessed the
us,
fuck
bro.
out of you.
That was the biggest. And I told myself that day, I said, I'll never do this shit again. I'll never do this again. Even if it's for myself, I'm
Yeah.
paying somebody.
I'd
You
be
know what's-
dropping shit on purpose.
You know what's funny,
dude,
dude?
I
I
was
bet that dude is on his podcast right now telling his other friends, hey, at one time I
I got
conned
this
this
one little
guy.
stupid guy.
I conned this guy.
This dude,
and I don't talk to him anymore.
all I had to do
I don't
was
even
talk
like
about-
conspiracy theories.
All I had to do was talk about NASA, Operation Paperclip.
Bigfoot, some shit, fucking
Dude, I
Loch
just-
Ness Monster.
I just got on
all
Reddit for
all
30
the easy
minutes. That's all
shit.
it took, dude.
He has some podcast called the Pundajos.
Oh, that's fucking Hexel.
I heard Hacksaw Jim Duggan talking about it.
Shit.
But I remember I was like, dude, fuck you for that, man. And then he
Yeah.
tried texting me like a year or two later, like, hey, are there any good routes open over at downtown? I'm like, dude, fuck off. Bro. I don't even- yeah, you want to move again?
Yeah, I'm moving into that area.
Get out of here, dude. God, dude.
Yeah.
But I told myself I'll never help somebody move
Yeah.
again after that. I'll just pay for it, you know.
Okay, so next one here.
There's
is-
your answer, Eric.
Thanks. Okay, who do you think you could survive longer against? If a bear or a lion, if they're chasing you?
Fuck. A bear.
I think so too.
I think my cardio will fucking have the best of me before any of the motherfuckers get a hold of me, dude. I'll pull a hammy or something. It's a wrap, dude.
Just eat me. Just
yeah,
have me.
like
Well, because as a kid,
Go at it.
I don't know why they even taught us that as a kid. Like, if a bear attacks
You crawl up in a ball
you
and-
just play dead.
yeah. Meanwhile, the bear eats you ass first. You fucking got your ass in the air. You're in the fetal position. The
He's
bear's
all
like,
dick hard.
it's like, all right, made this shit a lot easier for me, dude.
That's where they get the gay guys that call him a bear. That's where they get it
That's
from.
where it came from, dude. I don't think you stand a chance against either one, dude. Like,
No,
no, he's
I'm-
the
I'm my
longest,
own-
though.
the
Against
longest?
either one.
yeah,
like you had to square up against one?
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking food either way. But
my toxic trait I'm telling myself I could grab the lion from its jaw and hold its mouth open to keep me
Yeah.
like the dude, like the one,
Yeah.
like the water fountain from Joyland. I feel like my toxic trait, like I swear I can beat everybody at arm wrestle, even though I know I can't. I in my head I feel like I can. So I'm not that strong, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
I've like my entire adult life, I've been strong as shit. Powerlifting meets, everything. I've sucked at arm wrestling.
Really?
I've never been.
Maybe it's about technique more than anything.
I don't know what it is, but like fucking bench press 500 pounds and then get my ass whooped by this skinny ass dude in arm wrestling. I don't know. Like, I just never been good.
You know
at
who's
it.
legit in arm wrestle? Little David, dude. David Garcia. He's a strong motherfucker, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's like you said. I think it's like a
Technique.
technique more than just fucking sheer strength.
So me being me, I would tell myself I could probably hold that lion off longer than the bear.
I say a bear.
I would say bear too. But like,
You would?
you think the bear's got a little mouth? You could be fucking show your muscles with that.
I
little
might be
mouth.
better off with the bear. He does have a smaller mouth than the lion.
Yeah.
You know what? I might be better off with the bear.
I would think the bear because they're probably a little bit slower. The lion,
You'd be surprised. Bears are actually, I think they can run like 28 miles per hour.
Yeah, bears are fast.
but compared to a lion, though, I'm saying it's slower than a lion.
That's
you know what I
true.
mean? Like,
There's no running.
I mean,
like,
he's
you're fucked
he's
either way.
faster than me either way. Either one of them are
You
faster
think you
than
could?
me.
I could probably juke the bear out, like Day. You know, he's juking out Baby D. I feel like I could juke the bear out before I could the lion. I'm like, you ain't gonna get me this time, bear. I think I'm gonna go with the bear. I think I could.
Yeah.
I could probably last longer
think
with
so,
the bear.
too.
I think a bear.
Yeah.
You too.
I have to
Yeah.
go bear
The
too.
bears.
I seen a video of a hunter up in a tree. You know
saw
where they like just put the stand like against the tree, like lodged
Yeah.
up against it, and the bear saw him, and the bear just starts climbing up the tree.
Because you forget.
And the
bears can
dude
climb
is
trees.
like freaking the fuck out, like being quiet, and then like the bear gets up to like eye level with him, and is just like, "What's up?"
What would you do?
And then just starts
Shit
climbing.
my
the-
pants.
I would
Oh,
piss in
fuck
that
yeah,
bear's
dude.
eyes.
No, I would
I
shit
don't
my
get
pants
pissed
before. I don't think you would have enough time to pull out your little wiener and
Well,
piss on
the
him.
video
Well-
in the video, the bear just left him alone.
Really?
Yeah, like the bear kind of, like I said, the bear kind of looked at him and like, "What's up?" to him, and then just started climbing.
Kept
the
it
fuck
moving?
Down.
It's
Yeah.
more of a like motherfucker. I see you. Like I can kill you if I wanted to. I'm gonna let you live.
You look like you
Exactly.
taste like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but think about that. Think about that shit. Like, you know, you see these hunters that are fucking big and bad with their shotgun or the rifle or whatever, and they're in these stands and in the trees and shit. That fucking bear probably got up that tree like that,
was
dude.
quick. Yeah, it
and
was
you're like,
quick.
before you can
Yeah.
realize it, you're shitting in your pants and drop your gun, and that bear's like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
buffet time.
You're right. Yeah, because
True.
like legit, if the bear was a human, like
Mm-hmm.
he climbed up to him about fucking eye level.
Yeah.
There's like a
I would-
mutual
I
agreement.
would say that he's probably
Today's
up,
not the
like
day.
20
Yeah.
feet in this trees,
Uh-huh.
and the bear climbed up it like a mother, like it was nothing, just like what's up to him,
Yeah.
and then just started climbing back down.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
It was probably just like, I just ate. You're good. You know.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, I
Have
think
you-
that's.
Have you seen those videos like where like the camera's in the house and the bear comes in the like somebody's
Yes,
house?
dude.
No,
Yeah,
I've
dude.
seen that shit, dude.
Yeah, like they're just like, you know, you have your home camera and like the bear will just open the door and walk in like nothing, and then like
Well, because they smell food and stuff.
yeah,
like
and then
that,
people
you know?
start screaming and he just kind of like, oh, okay, and he
What,
just
okay,
walks out.
What's the first thing you're going to, like? Let's say that happens to you. What's your first weapon, like at your house? What do you got the blicky? Do you-
I mean, if the bear comes in the
frying
front
pan,
door,
like a cast iron pan?
you know what I would probably grab is the fireplace poker. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
like a
Just fucking-
toothpick for him.
So, no, just hit the with that fucking iron ass shit.
Iron
Fuck.
ass shit.
I'd hit the shit out of him with
So,
that
like,
motherfucker,
like geography wise,
or stab his ass.
like we have no idea how like normal bears are to
like they're so common for other people.
so like because when I lived in Boston, I lived with my aunt, right? And she was like, let's go see my dad in New Hampshire. I was like, all right. So we drove to New Hampshire. So his backyard is real, like I mean, he lived in a big ass house, but the backyard was like real small. But then past the backyard was just woods.
Yeah.
Like just woods. And it was nothing for them to see bears in their backyard all the time. Just wild ass bears. But then, like B, he would have to tie a rope to his waist and then tie it to somewhere like in the back of the house and then go in the woods so that he wouldn't get lost and find his way back home.
Are you fucking
dang,
serious?
Yeah.
He had to Hansel and Gretel that
like
shit.
real stories type shit. Like there would be times where he had to like go in the woods for whatever the fuck reason.
What the fuck?
And so he wouldn't get lost. He'd just pull the rope back home.
Dude, I'd rather just not
And
do
that
whatever
was
I had to do.
Exactly. That was everyday life though.
No
Like,
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, we're so fucking soft, man. Over like, well, we have other problems. We have other
yeah.
shit to deal with here.
Bears,
We've got 100
motherfucker,
mile
really?
an hour
That's-
winds here.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Yesterday I tried cleaning out my garage, and so I had the blower because I have all that sawdust and shit. And I'd blow it out, and the fucking wind would just blow it right back in. It was just a never-ending, uphill battle. I was like, man,
When
I fucking
when
hate
I cleaned the backyard patio, yeah, fucked.
Yeah.
You're just wasting your time.
Dude, we have our yard. We have 6 or 7 trees, and so there's leaves everywhere. And so Andrea will make the kids rake up all the leaves, and they fucking hate that shit. And I'm like, I get it, but like 5 minutes later, they're gonna be right back. You know what I mean?
It does he no good?
Oh, and then Andrea's got a fucking arch enemy now in our neighborhood. there's a guy.
The beef.
So like we live in the on the edge of the on the last house, right? So across the street, kind of catty corner, there's a guy that lives there. He's always blowing the leaves out of his yard, but he blows them across the street to our yard.
I don't play that
Fuck
shit.
Yeah,
that.
and so Andrea's like, and I'm like, Andrea, just leave it alone. Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't play that shit either.
Because like I have a blower, but it plugs in, right? His is battery powered, so I was like, it's not gonna reach. And she's always trying. She's like,
She's got your fucking
Yeah,
corded one.
yeah.
But dude, I don't play that shit. So like, there's a gay couple that lives across the street from us, and
talk
like,
about blowers
that doesn't say. Speaking of blowers, their blowers are on their face.
and in their ass, I guess. Human
My bad.
centipede of blowers.
Blowers are on their
Their blowers are on their face. But dude,
If you ever wanted to be a politician,
Hey,
Edit
CIA
that out.
recorded that shit.
edit that part out. Their blowers are on their face.
I'm just saying.
Hey, that's gonna be his fucking platform. The blowers are on their face.
You're gonna get canceled 20 years from now from that comment.
We could never have a real TV show or anything because of the
shit.
shit we say on our show, bro. That
Yeah.
that shit doesn't stay on the line. But that
Hey.
one, if it had it, that one probably did.
Hey, say hi to YouTube. That's the name of the episode. Blowers are on their face.
I forgot we're putting this on YouTube, bro. I apologize, neighbors. Howdy ho, neighbor.
Yeah.
But dude, they don't ever mow their fucking lawn, dude. And then when they do, they don't use a grass catcher, right? And so they're all like, dude, I never had weeds, man. And now I've got weeds because all the wind just blows all that shit into my yard. Well, dude, they've got cameras all over the front of their house. So I got my blower, the real blower, and I blew all their fucking weeds back into their yard, dude, because they were coming into mine. Like I let them know, like, hey, this shit ain't cool. And
Yeah.
after that, they
started using fags lawn service.
That's fathers and girls, everybody. Don't get it twisted. Fathers, dude.
Yeah.
Thomas had me rolling when
Yeah.
he said that, dude. I was like,
He's
I
all
was like,
fathers
whoa.
and girls, and for short, that's fags.
"Where's the merch? I'm gonna need that merch, bro. I'm gonna need that merch, Thomas. Whenever you get a chance, bro."
God dang.
But,
well, the guy that blows his leaves over to us, he's got like turf lawn, so he doesn't want that shit, you know. So I'm just
Vacuum
like-
that shit up, bro.
Yeah, but
vacuum it up.
and I let them beef. You know, they're always beefing, and
You're all instigating. Ooh, Drea, look what he's
yeah,
doing.
Andrea will go there, and she's like, I'm gonna go there at nighttime and put all the leaves back in his yard. I was like,
I did that
"All
shit
right,
in
go
broad
for it."
daylight on their cameras because I want them to know this ain't cool,
Yeah.
man. Like, we don't play that shit around here.
Yeah.
I used to love, like, that was my baby, dude. Was my yard before I had a real baby. My yard was my baby. And
I don't get that though, man.
I don't either.
It's just common courtesy.
I fucking
man. Like,
hate it.
What?
Yeah.
Keeping up your yard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
No,
shit.
I'm talking about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like being the fucking dick and blowing the shit into the street.
Oh yeah.
Like pick it up.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't go in the street. Like
But
Yeah, I blow mine into the street. I don't give a fuck.
your blower is also on your face.
today I'm driving down University in like, I don't know, 28th, 29th Street. Some lawn service is at the house on the corner house blowing all that shit into
Just onto the
University.
oncoming traffic.
Yeah, and you're driving and I'm like, how is this cool?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a dick move, dude.
Yeah.
There's no explanation for it other than it's just a dick move. You know, I mean, you could if you wanted to get a push broom,
Yeah.
push all that shit in there, bag it, and then whatever's left,
Yeah.
blow that out if you had to.
Yeah.
But it's a
Get with Ant's Lawn Care Service. They'll take care of you.
hell yeah. See there. What's your next one?
Message.
Message.
Okay.
We need to add that to the soundboard.
Yeah.
Message.
So, would you rather have unlimited power for 5-minute increments,
Too late.
but everything changes back to normal after the 5 minutes, right? So, or you can have unlimited power forever, but nothing is changed. Nothing that is changed can be reversed or changed again.
I'll take the 5 minute
what's
increment.
the 5-minute increments?
So let's say for every 5 minutes you have unlimited power
You going to
Right.
open all the
But
jars
like,
at
but
the
like
house?
per one day.
forever. So like for 5 minutes you can do whatever you want, and then it stops.
But that's what I'm saying.
You
like
get to use
each
it once a day?
You only get 5 minutes.
No,
or-
for every 5 minutes you can change something else. So like let's say right now your 5 minutes starts, right? And you want to I don't know, have super strength.
Fight a bear.
Yeah, you have super strength, and for 5 minutes you can do whatever you want, super strength. After 5 minutes, that goes away, and then you can have something else for 5 minutes. Or if you want
But
to
you can
super
have it
strength
all
again.
day, every day.
Yeah,
but
whatever
it's
you
only
want.
for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but then it stops
I'll take that.
because you can do the.
But
you
nothing changes. Is that what it? One of the
No, everything
stipulations?
goes back. So like if you have super
So
strength,
it's like it never happened.
yeah. So like if
that's
you
kinda no
have
fun
invisibility for 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes you go back to normal.
Oh, so you're saying you have a superpower?
Anything you have
So, hell yeah, I'll
unlimited
take that
power, so
shit.
you can do whatever you want.
I choose to be invisible to see all the hot chicks naked in their house, right?
But you only have 5 minutes.
Okay, but after that happens,
Shit.
right?
All I need is 2.
You're saying that never happened? Like
No,
it goes back
after
to
5
normal
minutes
and
you
that
go
never
back to
happened?
normal. So if you're naked, invisible, and naked somewhere, and you're in a girl's locker room, after 5 minutes you better get out of there because you're gonna show back up. You can say, then after the 5 minutes you can say I want to go back invisible.
I
but if
think
somebody
I get
sees
it.
your ass,
Yeah.
you know, or you can have unlimited power forever. But if you change something or
Like butterfly
you can't-
effect type shit.
yeah, you can't reverse it. So like,
if I went on a rampage and like fucked off a building, that building's gonna be fucked off.
You can't
Period.
change it.
right now, what I'm talking about, like let's say you wanted super strength, right? You can never go back to anything. So if you grab a jar and squeeze it, you know what I mean.
that
You
kinda
can't.
sucks, too.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Midas touch kind of thing where everything you touch turns to gold.
I'll
But
take the 5 minute increments.
I think I would too, right?
Yeah, it'd be dope.
I don't get it.
So
You're saying I grab a jar and squeeze like
whatever
Because you
your
have super
superpower
strength,
is,
yeah.
you're stuck with it. Like you can't
Yeah.
like if you let's say you wanted to squeeze a baby, like
shit.
oh look, it's a
Oh,
cute
Yeah, you
little
can't
baby.
hold a baby because you'd squeeze them to death.
I get it now.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you get super
Whatever
speed.
your super power is.
Yeah, you
you're
got
stuck
super
with it.
speed. You're gonna be fast all the time. You know
Like
what I mean?
was the name Psylocke from X-Men? Cyclops. The dude with the fucking shits on
Cyclops.
his
Yeah.
eyes. He has to wear sunglasses because he
Right.
can never turn that shit off.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Okay. I would choose the always one.
Really?
Yeah.
Or like on The Boys, I'm telling you that show's so badass. That dude that runs fast and he
Yeah.
fucking episode like the
A-Train.
opening
A-Train.
scene.
Yeah.
He fucking.
He-
I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but
Dude, fuck
Well,
it.
it's
It's
old,
on, like,
yeah.
8
Okay, that's a
seasons.
perfect example. So if you run and you smash into somebody and they splatter,
My superpower can be attracting money though at all times.
that's a type.
Never turns
Dude,
on.
that's a type move.
So I'll take that.
no, but you have it's not superpowers. It's unlimited power. So you
That's
can do
what I'm saying. My
whatever you
unlimited
want
power
to.
would be attract money. At
Or
all
it could
times.
just be smart to where you can find ways to make money.
Yeah. See, there's
I would do
loopholes.
that.
Think about that
Dude,
shit.
Now you
Yeah.
changed my mind. I'm
But
gonna go
see,
with that
I think
too.
I would rather do the every 5 minutes because if I fuck up, it goes away in 5 minutes.
That's a good
Like
point,
A-Train, if he smashed into that chick,
I'm so wishy-washy.
5
Going
minutes.
back and forth.
Because think about it. Like, let's say I hit somebody and they die or something. I'm like, oh shit. Well, I want my next 5 minutes. My power is gonna be time travel, so I can go back, fix that shit, try something else.
Nah,
That's me.
I would choose the second one.
The second one.
I think you changed my mind on that too. Yeah, because you could find like crafty ways of getting around it. Like if you're a superhero or whatever, you find ways, like just to kind of.
But if something
Hold that shit
happens,
back.
you're fucked. So like, let's
Damn.
say that you did become a superhero or something, and accidentally somebody died. You can't change the shit. You got to live with that shit.
People
know what I
die
mean?
every day, son.
Paid in full. We'll get shot every day.
It's fucking Homelander.
Man, they're both
Yeah,
pros and cons to
Yeah,
each
for
one.
sure.
Yeah.
that's why it's the.
I think I'm gonna keep that shit for good.
Okay.
I'll just have to know how to like.
You just gotta be smart with it.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I know myself. I'm stupid with shit. So
Oh, I got one for you.
okay.
Would you? We were talking about this today at work. Would you rather be an ugly dude with that's funny and you got a hog on you?
We've talked about this
Have we
before.
already?
Yeah,
Talked? Or you're good looking with a little pecker?
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
Oh, well then
we've
never
already
mind.
done that as a brain buster.
Okay, well never.
Yeah,
mind. It's been a while.
yeah. We both said we'd rather be ugly with big hogs.
Too late.
Yeah,
The story of my life.
For real?
yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
Yeah,
what would you do?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
I don't think I'd like to have a big hog, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of chicks that say they don't like big dicks.
I don't.
But what's
I like-
big?
Well, you're talking big hog. It's gotta
okay,
be a
well,
fucking,
this is how it came up.
big piece.
We were talking about like Pete Davidson. He's obviously not a good-looking dude. He's a funny guy, but
Yeah.
apparently Kanye said that fool had a 10-inch hog on him. So I'm like, would you rather be like Pete Davidson or like a Brad
Kanye's
Pitt?
also a hater.
A Brad Pitt with just probably a regular
like
piece.
what's a vaginal canal? Ain't it like 6 inches?
I heard it's 5. I mean,
Yeah.
Hell, you're asking the wrong guys.
I don't know.
how
man.
big is yours?
I never
How
got
big
to
is your
the end.
vaginal canal? But yeah, it's. I've heard people say.
I've just
that
seen
it hurts.
the
It's not even-
luxury of how well you get treated when you're fucking good looking.
Well, see, that's the thing is
I would choose that.
But the thing is, I wouldn't even use it for sex. I would just show it off all the time. You know what
With
I mean?
your pecker?
Like, yeah.
You'd
If I
have
had
an OnlyFans.
All Eric would own is all gray sweatpants. That's all he would have.
If
have
I
an
had,
OnlyFans.
If I had like a 12-inch hog, dude, I wouldn't even OnlyFans neck down. You know what I mean? Like,
But just think of all the fucking free shit you'd get because you were so good looking.
True.
but also, hey, good looking Brad Pitt guy, you got one like this, fucking hanging out of the bottom of my shorts.
But
my
you're ugly.
Zubaz.
You're ugly though.
I don't give a
Hey,
shit.
you ugly.
I don't give a shit. Girls like big hogs too.
You
true.
You legit like wouldn't even care just as long as your dick was huge. Damn.
We know who has a small one.
I wish. I wish. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
me
Eric's
up.
like, you don't know my life.
I've
Set me up.
I've been living 41 years with a small dick. Why change now?
Hey, fuck that. I'm ugly and a small dick.
Hey, you're funny for, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
yeah.
I mean, let's just even take sex out of it. It's just you have such a badass life for being good looking. You know what
This is true. I think being good looking comes with a lot of extra.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
for sure.
But also think about that. When you're good looking, and
Your
let's say that
personality's not
you're,
all that.
but if you're good looking, you're gonna be single, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay,
Let's just say
for argument's sake. So when you end up hooking up with a girl and you pull your pants down, they're gonna laugh at your ass. You can be good looking all you want, but
Hey,
know what
but
I mean?
hey, at least you made it to the dance.
Hey, but
You know, you just can't dance good.
but then they're gonna be like, hey, psst, 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 psst.
Damn, that's a good point.
You know, JP, he's a good looking dude, but wait till you get him in the sack. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's how my brain is thinking. Because
That's a
they'd
good
be like,
point.
hey,
that is a good
Eric-
point because
Eric's ugly as fuck.
Word is gonna
but
get
I'm all
out.
eating free Wendy's and shit. So I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
Free Wendy's.
I mean,
Fuck yeah. That's the name of the
when you
episode,
got
Free
your fries, you
Wendy's.
get your frosty, you get your fries,
I'm
dip
putting
it
my
in there.
fries in my frosty. I don't give
Guess how much I pay for this shit?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Look at that big dick.
You think this
The
pretty
hungry-
face pays for
Yeah,
anything?
it's like, look at that old hungry big dick guy over there.
He's so hungry.
He's hungry and horny.
That's a good point, man.
fucking,
Yeah.
I see you down the street with a wheelbarrow and your dick in it.
But I'm also probably gonna say I'd rather be good looking with a regular wiener. And
Yeah.
I'm not even saying.
No, nobody said regular. You
Oh,
said
you're saying
little.
small?
Yeah, you said little.
Okay, so you're talking micro?
yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say what's
Micro.
little.
No, I mean, hey, if we're gonna go 12-incher, you're gonna go.
One,
it's a
like a
little bit.
One
micro.
extreme
I
to
mean,
the other.
yeah, there's no in between, bro.
Yeah, you can't be Brad Pitt with a regular pecker.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we're gonna
What's that? Is it Bedazzled? Right?
with Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, when
Uh-huh.
when
Oh, yeah.
he's a basketball player
Yeah.
and she's
What
all
the
on his
hell?
nuts, and
What
she
the
sees his little
hell?
dick and she's like,
But that's
oh,
what they said
never
about
mind.
Shaquille O'Neal.
For real?
Superhead.
Yeah.
I read her
No
her biography,
way.
bro, and she was saying that like a. But think about how
We've
tall
talked about this too,
Shaquille
man.
O'Neal
Like,
is.
He's
It's
just got
probably
an average dick.
It's probably looking
he's
average.
got
because he's
a
so tall.
8-inch dick, 9-inch dick, but he's so big that it just looks smaller
well,
on his body.
it's like Nelly when he went on live or whatever in his stories and he posted that chick sucking
Uh-huh.
his dick. Everybody, all the chicks on Twitter was like, his dick is small.
And I'm like, no, it's not. Y'all are crazy.
John is holding the phone to himself. Like, what the fuck?
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all-
But you have that
that shit
myth.
looks normal to me, bro.
But you have that myth of a black guy having a big hog, but when
True.
he has a regular
it's
hog,
small.
you're like, oh, it's small because
That's a
he's
good
a black
point.
guy.
That's
You know
like
what I
being
mean?
the one lazy Mexican, you know, or the one dumb Asian.
Yeah.
Like you're the unicorn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason, dude. You know what I mean?
Yep. So-
Fair point. I'd
So
rather
it's
be.
one extreme.
But you're
to
talking
the
about
other.
Yeah,
Micro.
yeah. It's
So-
either you're ugly, because if you're gonna be ugly, you're gonna be a fucking ugly motherfucker.
I don't know what
with
I
a
would
Damn, Eric.
choose, bro.
I'm just saying, like, you gotta
Yeah.
have. You can't be like,
You're
well,
with the 10-inch
I'm
hog?
in the middle. You know.
I really don't know what I would choose then. Because you're right. Yeah, I get all this free shit,
Yeah.
but then when it's time to get intimate, I hear the laughing stock of the fucking.
Dude, y'all have me mixed in my emotions right
Or
now,
even
bro.
think about something like, let's just say you were, let's say you went to fucking Texas Tech game, right? And you're at the urinal pissing, and somebody happens to just take a look.
They
and
hit
like,
you with
what
that Mike
the
Piazza.
fuck? That good looking dude
That's
has
when
a
you go
little
start
bitty
pissing
dick.
in the stalls.
You're gonna have to sit down to piss every time.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I had to if I
Yeah.
had a hog like that, a 10-incher,
Keep up.
everybody
I gotta
would know
piss.
about it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like
Everybody would know about it. I ain't even
if I
fucking
was-
around.
if I was-
3-point shots at the
Dude,
urinal.
you would
I'm
know.
telling you, dude.
I could just be barely meaning, be like, "Oh yeah, man, Jonathan, I got to finish it." Yeah, man, so I'm a mailman. this and
that's what
this.
I'm saying.
You would
dude.
know about
if
it.
you're
10-inch soft.
if you're
You would know.
yeah, you're just like.
Snip.
But if you're ugly, So I said I wouldn't even use it for sex. I would just be showing it off all the time.
It would. Dude, you're gonna have some swag.
Have you seen
You're swinging
The Cabin?
10 inches. The what?
The Cabin
Uh
with Burt Kreischer.
uh.
So the episode with Joey Diaz, he talks about some super Cuban dude.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I remember the fucking name.
I think I kind of know this story.
So that guy is like rolling them a cigar and shit because it's another Cuban, and they're telling Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura about this super Cuban guy, and he's like, "Yeah, he has a 10-inch dick, soft."
God dang, dude.
Joey Diaz is telling
Soft.
him- yeah,
I think I've heard that story.
and that apparently he used to fuck
Liberace. I have heard that story.
No,
dude.
Marlon Brando. He used
That's
to
what
fuck
it is.
Marlon
Yes,
Brando.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Flams was the one telling me about that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Some
dude.
super
That's-
Cuban dude. Yeah, he used to fuck
That's a tough
Marlon
one,
Brando.
bro.
He's like, yeah, he had a 10-inch dick, soft.
I don't. I mean, this might be TMI, but like, how do you even get all the way hard when you got a hog like that?
Right.
It can't be that fun.
That's in a area that I know.
You don't have to worry about. You don't got to worry about that shit. It's not your problem.
Yeah, that's in an area I know nothing
good.
about.
But I don't know, dude. Now that because we didn't specify micro.
Yeah,
You know that's what.
So that's where I was torn.
Because the micro peen is what, an inch?
It's small. Like
Yeah.
it's small.
Damn.
You gotta do one or the other. Like you can't be good looking with
Yeah,
a medium dick. You gotta have.
It's no fun. It takes all the fun out of
It
it.
takes the fun out of the brain buster.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Now
getting no brain.
you've got me swaying to the other side, man. I might just be the ugly, but we're talking about ugly. You got
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're.
But you got the hog on you.
Yeah.
But it's a hog, but you're going to the extreme where it's also not fuckable, right?
I'd rather be a good-looking dude.
I got an 8-inch tip and a 2-inch shaft.
No, this
Can
is
you
my final
imagine having
answer.
your
Good
tip
dude.
is this big?
Yeah.
Ugh. All head. I'd rather. All head. I'd rather be a good
Shirts
look.
out now.
Okay.
good-looking dude with just a regular
While
wiener.
you said that, would you rather have all head or little shaft or big shaft and little head?
Just pull the cuero back. Fuck it.
You get your cap pulled back.
Either way,
You
pull
got to
the
cock it
cuero
like a
back.
shotgun for.
You unroll it like a condom.
Oh shit, man! You got to unwrap your gift.
All right, let's go to the next one. All right,
Good looking, micro pecker. That's
Okay.
my final answer.
I'm going ugly big picker.
Really?
Yeah.
I need time to decide.
I'll get back to you on that. You're gonna text you. What
Yeah.
would you rather?
Yeah. Okay. So, would you rather eat hot dogs for a year, just plain
Funny,
ass?
a nice segue, bro.
Would you rather have 10-inch hot dogs for a year? Okay, hot dogs, just plain ass hot dogs, just bun and weenie.
No kind
Pause.
of ketchup.
Nothing.
Ew.
Just bun and weenie, or be for a year, or be vegan for a year.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that hot dog, man. Pause. Fuck any veggie. I don't even.
I know.
I'm 40. I eat zero veggie.
That's why I'm asking, because I know. But okay, the way I see it, vegan, you can at least.
You're not gonna sell me on it.
But just
Oreos are
hey,
vegan, bro.
shut the fuck up. Just listen for a
Hey,
second.
the same way I don't want to help nobody move. I
Yeah.
ain't fucking with vegetables.
No, but think about it. Vegan, you can at least have any different options, right? Like there's tons of different options out there.
Bro,
Substitutes.
Oreos are vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you could eat. Like Johnson's like sold.
Dude.
No, for real,
I didn't
they
think
are.
about that.
Jello is vegan. You can eat Jello. Anything as long as it's
Actually,
vegan.
Jello isn't vegan.
Yeah, it is. The gelatin is.
No, it's not.
It's
'cause
not?
The gelatin is actually made of bone.
Oh shit.
It's not vegan.
Boom,
Pause.
boom, boom, boom.
Pause.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Like it's like.
Hey, so does that count as vegan? I mean, it's bones,
I mean,
not
you're
flesh.
using animal. That's not
Yeah.
vegan.
All right.
Okay, it has to be straight vegan then.
How about? Yeah,
Straight
dude. You've sold me with Oreos, cookies, and shit like that. Yeah.
No,
dude.
not cookies, just Oreos.
Yeah, Oreos are vegan
Because chocolate chip cookies are not.
Why not?
Because
you're
they
using
use milk.
and butter.
fuck. God dang it.
Yeah.
dude.
So Oreos is all I know, like he said. But vegetables, fruits, anything that's not meat. You can't eat cheese though because it's not vegan unless it's vegan cheese.
Potato
Some of
chips.
that, some of that
Yeah.
weird shit.
But hot dogs is just straight bun
For
and
a year?
weenie for a year, like every fucking meal.
Yeah, that would get old quick.
Think about that shit.
I would say like in 2 days, 3
Oh,
days tops,
dude.
I'd be over it.
I can't eat a plain ass hot dog by itself at all. Like I have to have like mustard or chili, something on it, right? Can you eat a plain ass hot dog?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
mean,
could if it's
baseball.
cooked right. Yeah, like at a baseball game or
Baseball
something.
game. Yeah.
Dude, when I worked
Okay,
at Showplace,
but how many of those can you eat?
Oh, I'm not making the argument that
Yeah, but-
I can eat it. All
No, that-
I'm
you
just
can tolerate
saying
it.
But that's what I'm
yeah.
saying is like, just think about that. Like, how many could you eat? Like, I
I
could
already
probably
chose my
eat
answer
one.
quick, and that's vegan.
Really,
Yeah.
you'd go vegan straight up?
Yeah,
I
dude,
would too.
Because fucking hot dog every day, all nah.
For a year? Yeah, I'm gonna be eating some Oreos. But the
You know
only
how
shit that
fucking
sucks though
skinny
is
I
like.
would be because I just don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd
But
rather
the thing
not
that
eat it.
I can't do the Oreos without milk. That's what sucks about it.
Yeah, you can't have the milk. You could have
Gotta have
vegan
the
milk.
man.
Almond
Let
milk.
me dip these
You can
shits
do
in some
almond
almond milk.
Almond milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the same.
dude, almond milk is the shit.
Really?
But it's not the same as
It's
regular
not-
milk.
It's better.
I've
in my
tried almond
opinion.
milk one time and it's a hard pass for me.
Damn.
Yeah,
for
I didn't
real?
like it.
I fucking love almond milk.
Really? You put it in?
I do
in
too.
your
We've
toaster?
made this. We've.
Oh, yeah.
For years, we haven't bought
Yeah.
real milk.
Because Jennifer's
yeah,
always
no.
trying to get me to try it because I shit my pants. You know, whenever I drink regular milk, or whatever. You know, I'm like,
I like how you said, "I shit my pants."
shit
Like
my
you whispered
pants.
it.
It always
When you shit
fucks
your
me up.
pants, you're crying and looking at yourself
all
in the
the
mirror.
above, dude. Yeah, it's
All the above.
it's all the above, bro. I wish it was a one-off.
Yeah.
It happens frequently.
I truly believe
You
that
do it to yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
lactose intolerant. I just hadn't been diagnosed with it.
Same with me, dude.
Yeah.
I fight it, bro. Every day.
Yeah.
It's an everyday struggle, bro.
That's what I'm
I
saying. You
don't
do it to
fucking,
yourself because you know, but you're like, I'm gonna eat this ice
Well,
cream.
that's why I
I
say
don't
when
give a fuck.
sometimes I play Russian roulette with my butthole.
Yeah.
Like
Peanut
I know
butter parfait, bro.
Some days I might shit my pants. Some
Yeah.
days I'm not. It's what I'm down. I'm down to
A peanut butter parfait, I would never say no to ever. And it's gonna fuck my stomach.
I'm telling you, dude, one time I took brew, I tried to eat 2 of them shits, and I was like, "That's kind of fucked up." I
Hey,
need it.
you fucked me up on that on
This-
my podcast.
they're
when
so
I was talking
good,
about,
dude.
when
They're
I was talking
so
about
good,
your last meal.
Mhm.
I never thought of that, and I was like, "Fuck! How
It-
did I not
It
forget?"
doesn't get
Yeah.
much better than a peanut butter parfait.
The only dairy that I think it would be hard for me to give up is cheese. But like,
Cheese.
But if like dairy, like
But
vegan
they
cheese,
make almond cheese.
yeah, like vegan cheese.
Yeah.
I think I'd.
Have you had it?
It's good.
It's a good
It's
substitute.
a
takes
different
a-
taste.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it's not
it-
like cheese.
it's an acquired
cheese. Yeah.
taste,
But
but
I think I could get used to
it
it if
can
it's a
fool
whole
you.
year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like
But-
people that do like cauliflower crust on their pizza and
Yeah.
stuff, people like it.
See, I eat cauliflower rice all
like
the
it.
time.
Yeah, see, y'all would probably do. I'm gonna go ahead and eat a hot dog.
I
Every day,
eat
man.
I eat cauliflower
Yeah, I
rice.
could- y'all are cool with all these substitutes. Get that shit out of my face, bro.
But
Just
you don't
put a
think
hot-
that
put a
like,
hot dog in my face
you don't-
instead.
one in his face and one in his ass
Every day, all day for a year, bro. You
see this fucker?
No need to
bloated.
digest and just get straight to the point.
You
man.
see this fucker at Wiener Schnitzel, the usual, and it's just plain dry
Hey,
fucking.
the
hot
blowers
dogs.
on your face.
I'm just-
You fucking cook
Yeah,
them at
dude.
home and then go fast food, and it's
Yeah.
just hot dog. Like,
I
what
mean,
the
I'm gonna go hot dog every day, bro.
Can you imagine
I am,
that,
man.
like,
I can't fuck with
You
vegan
open up
shit.
your lunch bag and it's a hot dog. You go to McDonald's and they give you a hot dog. You know
The
what I
Happy
mean?
Meal.
Like, yeah, it's a hot dog Happy Meal.
With
you
a
know what I
toy.
mean?
Can I get a toy for a boy?
I mean, it is what it is,
Hey,
bro.
did you used to do that shit, dude? Hey,
With a high C.
Can I get a
With a high C.
They don't do that no more, huh?
No.
Everybody's
Yeah.
non-binary on
Yeah.
Instagram and shit, dude. You gotta fucking give them one toy.
I need a toy for a boy.
Yeah.
What if you went out there and be like, "Hey, can I get a toy for a hot?" Like they're gonna give you, then you get that. They give you the hot dog. Then do with it what you please.
They're like, can I get a non-binary? And they just give you a fucking like this.
Fucking
No,
toy
dude.
for a horse. That's the name of this episode. Toy for a
Hey, you
horse.
pull up to the window and they got the hot dog and they're rubbing it in your face. Take it and go.
Sir.
It's not even rat, bitch.
Just eat it.
It's one of those fucking red ass hot dogs.
I don't like those.
I
Man.
hate them motherfuckers.
They
dude.
taste the same, but it's something in my
They
head.
don't taste the
They
same.
do not
dude.
taste
No
the same.
Jennifer
way.
made some the other day because
Hell no.
Brooklyn eats those.
They
Dude,
taste
I
like
don't like them.
salmonella, dude.
They taste like the Vienna sausages.
And
Did you
Jennifer
ever
made
see
some hot
those?
dogs the other day, and I was like, "I'll eat them."
It
To me,
tastes
they
like
taste
Bigfoot's dick, bro.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
No,
I'm just-
I used to fuck off Vienna sausages, and when
hated them
Ramos
motherfuckers,
was like
dude.
shitting on potted
The
meat,
potted
I
meat?
stayed quiet because I used to fuck off potted meat too.
Potted meat and pimento cheese. I fucking hate because when I
Pimento
was
cheese.
little,
Whose idea was that? That's
when
the
I was
worst.
little, my dad would get home late from work, and so he'd be like, "Oh, I'll just make a sandwich, fucking pimento cheese and potted meat on a piece of bread,"
Hey,
and
what
that's
if-
what he would eat for dinner. I'm like,
What about that
"Fuck,
shit
dude."
with the olives in it, like the lunch meat with the olives inside
olive
lunch?
loaf.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here with that, dude.
I never
All
fucked
of those
with that.
can kick rocks.
My dad
dude.
fucked with pimento cheese like a
Really?
motherfucker. Yeah.
Ugh. My dad used to eat the weirdest shit, dude. He would eat that. He would eat like eggs with mayonnaise or eggs with ketchup. in or like eggs with Velveeta cheese. What
Eggs
the
with
hell?
mayonnaise?
Yeah, dude. Because he would always tell me, he goes, well, when we were little, like we only had
That's true.
eggs, and
They
we
make
had
do with
this
what
or
they
whatever. Like, he would just mix shit
I
together.
didn't know you even like eggs with mayonnaise.
Well, because he would
How bad
say,
is it that these are your two options?
yeah. Well, because he would say, we had all these condiments in the cabinet, but we just had eggs, and I got tired of eating eggs by themselves. So I would just throw shit in there, and I figured out I like this or I like that or
Dude,
whatever.
I had an
That's
uncle.
a terrible idea.
I had an uncle on my dad's side that would eat fucking beans with mayonnaise.
Oh, dude, anything with mayonnaise.
And I was like, put it in a burrito. And I thought he was fucking with me. I really did. I thought he was just like trying to gross me out until he started rolling it up.
Mission
and eating
accomplished.
It. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Dude, Jennifer's brother, man, and apparently it's not that strange, but to me it is. He'll make mashed potato sandwiches. Do you do that?
Oh, I had an uncle that would eat.
Yeah,
mashed
dude.
potato
Like
sandwiches.
we'll get together for like Christmas, whatever, and to me it's gross.
It's like carb on carb.
And he'll throw some mashed potatoes in a thing of bread, just fold it like
Yeah.
a taco,
Yeah.
and throw ketchup in there sometimes. And I'm just
One-
like, that
one
shit
of my
to me
like-
it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I get, because like when I'm eating, like
They
I
gotta
have
be
a
some good-ass
roll.
mashed potatoes.
I'll have a roll and I'll get the potatoes,
Yeah,
or if I'm
that's
eating
true.
with white bread, I'll get it, like a tortilla or something like that. But just a sandwich,
It's
by
really
itself,
the same thing,
It
though.
is, but
It really
just
is the same
thinking
thing.
of it
It
when
just
it's a mashed potato sandwich,
Because that fool Armando, he puts ketchup on damn near everything, dude. And I'm just like, dude, what?
Armando.
Yeah, dude. I was like, that
I
fool
like
will put-
ketchup, but I don't like it on everything, dude.
I'm the same, man.
I have a wife that loves
What's your other wife like? I have a wife.
she loves French fries with her ketchup.
I
Wait,
get what you're saying. It's all ketchup and some
Oh.
a little
I was
bit of
like, wait a
a little bit
second.
of French fries.
Yeah.
She's one of those people that like all over the fucking fries.
Does she-
Hey, does she
Like,
does she add pepper and salt to her ketchup?
I do.
You do that shit? Jennifer in Brooklyn
I do.
did that. I was like, why?
You know what I do? I do ketchup and mustard with fries. I
You know
like
what?
ketchup and
I
mustard.
think that's disgusting, but it's the same. Like I get my burgers with ketchup
Yeah.
and they do it, but I don't see it.
But you know what?
You know what I mean?
I only do it at Chick-fil-A. For whatever reason, I just like their fries with mustard and ketchup. I can't do it anywhere else.
every burger I get, I say hold the ketchup, and I want mayonnaise and mustard on the burger.
Dude, I fucking hate
Does-
mayonnaise.
does
you ever
your-
want to torture me? Put some mayonnaise in my face.
Your
Pause.
boyfriend must
I
hate
fucking
you.
hate mayonnaise. Dude, it's disgusting, dude.
What?
It's the worst thing on planet Earth is mayonnaise.
Really?
Does
To me, it
she,
is.
I
uh,
like mayonnaise.
I do too. But like how you said she likes ketchup, does she used to get the lid from the cups and put ketchup on it instead of the little bitty cups?
I would do
No.
that.
I used to do that
No,
shit
she-
all the
no,
time,
she
dude.
doesn't separate it.
It's just all
It's just
over.
all over the fries.
Drenched.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I can't do
I
that
can't 'cause
because
it
the
gets
fries
soggy.
get soggy.
It's soggy.
I'll
I can't
dip
do that.
and
soup.
went to a-
ketchup soup.
we went to a Dallas Cowboy game,
Uh-huh.
and I got so grossed out because the at the stadium they sell just fries, like just fries.
Yeah.
And she came and sat down, and all I smelt the whole
The
game
vinegar
was
and the
fucking
ketchup?
Vinegar, yeah.
dude.
Oh no, dude.
Like
I like ketchup, but I don't not like that, dude.
Dude, there've been times when like I'm eating ketchup like with fries and I'll get it on my hands and I feel like my hands smell like ketchup even after I
It's the
wash them.
vinegar in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Andrea loves fucking like vinegar. Like sometimes she'll get Long John Silver's and put vinegar on there. Oh, fucking hate that shit. Stinks so fucking
I've
bad.
never seen anyone ever use that vinegar.
She is the only person.
Andrea's the only
It's
one.
there for Andrea.
Yeah.
Andrea loves vinegar.
I would always, as a kid,
Andrea loves vinegar.
as a kid, I would
That's the
always
name
be
of
like,
the
"What the fuck is this?" Like,
Yeah, I don't either. Like tartar sauce. Okay, cool.
Andrea loves vinegar. That's badass, dude. Bye. Oh shit.
It's fucking weird ass shit, man.
That is
I
weird.
don't know.
Jennifer doesn't really eat any weird shit that like the way y'all are saying.
Yeah.
She's pretty normal.
There's TikToks that I'll follow and shit, like not follow, but they'll come up on my algorithm and it's like, oh, so and so says that this and this mixed together, like they'll drink like orange juice and fucking Kool-Aid or some shit like that.
Watermelon and mustard.
Yeah, they'll try
Yeah.
Are
shit
you
like that.
serious?
I'm like, dude,
That's a thing.
I've seen it
Yeah.
all over TikTok.
shit like
Watermelon
that.
and
But
mustard.
it's like different combinations that you would never think would go together, and they'll try it and they're like, oh, this is fucking.
I want to
good.
try that Disaronno and what was it?
Corona.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
tastes like
Dr. Pepper.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, I just I drink bourbon straight.
Mm-hmm.
Desperado is like 20 proof.
What is this, Ron? Is it a bourbon?
It's amaretto.
Okay.
It's a liqueur.
Liqueur.
Amaretto by morning.
So when you ask for like an amaretto sour,
Yeah.
it's just Desperado and then.
But it's more for flavor than like to get you fucked up, right?
They use it for
Desperando's
mixers,
not gonna get you fucked
like
up.
for because if you drink a whole Desperado, you're drinking like 20 proof alcohol.
Yeah,
Like,
you're good.
it's real
You
low
probably
proof.
shit your pants later, but
It's
you're
all
gonna be all
sugar.
right.
It's like sugar.
That's why it's so
out the
good,
ass.
man.
Yeah.
I like a good Desperado. I need to get some for the studio. You done? You got any more?
I just have one more. Okay. Would you rather, every time you have to use the phone, would you rather have to text every time you use it, or would you rather have to talk every time you have to use the phone?
Do you have an
What do you mean?
asshole friend that you text and then as soon as you text, they call you?
This fucking guy right here.
This
dude.
guy has one.
Dude.
I'm like,
I know, and
bro, I fucking texted you for a fucking reason.
that's Eric all day, dude. And I know this son of a bitch does it on purpose because he sat there and told you he likes to troll. And dude, I shit you not. I've learned. It took me a while to learn. I don't text his full long text because I'll be in the middle of a long text and he'll call me like, "You motherfucker, dude." I'll ignore the phone call to finish my text. Like, nah, dude. I invested too much time into this text. I'm gonna send you this shit.
Dude, I'll text
He'll
him.
call me.
I'll text him, and then he'll be like texting. You see the little bubbles, right? You know, waiting.
Yeah.
And I'll just call his ass.
I
interrupt
fucking
his
hate it,
shit.
dude. I hate it. And it's not a big deal, but I hate that shit.
Yeah,
dude.
but it's fun to do
Eric's
that shit.
notorious for that, dude.
So we have
you're the son
unlimited
of a
plans
bitch,
now,
dude.
right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I want to say that probably if you did keep count of your minutes, it'd probably be like 40 minutes a month
Yeah.
that I use my phone.
Yeah.
Talk time.
Yeah.
I'd rather fucking text you.
Because get to the
Like,
point. Just tell me what you need to tell
Exactly.
me. Yeah,
And-
I'm like that too.
And if I do talk on like actual talk on the phone, I put on speakerphone. I don't ever fucking.
I'm not speakerphone material.
I do.
Mike,
Because
my
most of the
cousin
time I'm
Mike and I
driving.
already know better.
But
like-
most of the time I'm driving, and that's another thing I like to do is like he'll call me or we'll be talking on the phone, and I'll put him on speaker, and I won't tell him that nobody else is in the car. So
I was saying some nonsense.
he's saying all
sometimes.
kinds of crazy shit.
You know the certain type of
Oh yeah, by the
asshole-
way, Zach and me are in the car.
And I'll be saying some nonsense, dude. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? You gotta let me know, dude. He's like, they're all right,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude, you know the certain type of asshole that I really hate is that asshole that syncs their phone with the car.
No, I don't do that shit.
Like immediately, like you get in the car and then you see the phone syncing to.
yeah.
or
Yeah,
the-
yeah, I don't like that shit either.
I hate that shit, man. Because every time their phone rings, every time the text comes through, it's just on the phone. I'm like,
Yep. Dude, and it's funny, dude, because I'm that asshole. Because my shit is hooked up to my, and like we'll be in the truck, you know, and like little Mike will call, and I'll be like, boop, I just ignore it.
Yeah.
And Jennifer like, why don't you answer? I was like, because it's Mike calling.
Exactly.
That's why.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't worry,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, I think because
Trust
it's Mike
me.
calling, or I'll be like, I'll just call him back, you know,
Yeah.
because I already know, man. We talk some shit, you know, and I just know better. Like one time I was telling this fool some gnarly shit on the phone, dude, and to his credit, he twied. Oh, the silly wabbit twied. he tried telling me twice that I was on speakerphone.
well, that's the thing.
That Wesley
Oh, silly wabbit, he twied.
That's the thing. He twied instead of tried.
He twied.
Hey, I tried to tell you, bro.
He tried twice to tell me I was on speakerphone, and I just kept on rambling. And I guess finally he was like, "Fuck it," you know. I tried,
Go
man.
ahead.
I twied, and so I'm sitting there telling him like a new strategy to beating off, you know. Back in the day, this was a long.
Zach's all
this is a
taking
long
notes.
time
and
ago.
shit.
Zach's like, turn it up, turn them shits up.
This is a long time ago, dude. This is a long time.
Yeah, he's like,
And I'm like, dude, what you got to do? You plug in your headphones, and then you put a Reynolds wrap over your computer, and then you just fucking get it. And he goes, dude, you're on speakerphone. I'm like, oh shit, man. What the fuck? And Andrea's like, hey, Jonathan. I'm like, man, dude,
I
what
had the
the
whole thing. We were going to church and shit.
I was like, dude, you gotta
Yeah,
give me
man.
a heads up next time, man.
But
I mean,
you know
that was
what?
10 years ago.
I
Jen.
did try to
Jen, if
tell
you're
you-
listening, Jen, that was about 10, 12 years ago.
I tried
I
to tell
changed.
you,
I'm not like that anymore.
And-
I'm not Susio anymore.
like you said, when I just let you kind of go off, me and we were driving. I was telling Andrea, I said, like, listen to this shit, like, and Andrea's just like,
I'm like, what you gotta do, bro? God dang it, dude.
but you know what? To your credit, after we hung up, Andrea's like, do you used to do that? I'm like, no,
yeah,
that's not me.
You
That's
go,
fucking.
Now, am I gonna try it? Probably.
I've never done it, but no,
good.
I'm okay.
But yeah, so I am not speakerphone material,
Yeah,
man.
I think I would rather text.
I text all day. The only people I talk to, like I'll talk to Jennifer, and like dude, I could say maybe 5 people that I'll actually talk on the phone to. You know,
you got to think about.
I could probably get my point across.
Once again, it's everything though. So if you got to talk to a doctor, everything's got to be through text. So if you've got to describe what's going on, everything, anytime you use the phone, it's got to be text or talk.
No FaceTime. Period.
Nope.
Nothing. Just
it's talking on the phone or texting. So if it's like me and you are texting back and forth, I can text you, but you got to call me every time you want to say thumbs up.
Dude, and a lot of shit gets lost in translation. You know, like you can't tell like the tone. You know, unless you're texting all capitals. You know, like I'm pissed off or whatever.
I'll still text.
You sit down and text?
Yeah, I think so too.
Nah.
I've never received a phone call from my doctor, period, anyway.
That's a fair point.
You know what? Now that he says that too, like he'll be texting me sometimes during the day and I'll call him and be like, hey, man. I can see him on the other end like, fuck this motherfucker.
You know what he's up to, man.
I don't care.
Eric's going to Eric.
But if I'm texting you and then you call me, you're like, oh, my bad, you're at work. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. What's up? But I have that one fucking asshole friend that as soon as I send send, and I'm like, dude, I thought we doesn't require a fucking phone call. Just tell me.
I'll hang up on his ass. I'll fucking just out of spite because I know what he's doing, dude. I'm like, nah, you call me back later if it's important, motherfucker. Let me finish my text because he'll do that, dude. And it took me a while to pick up on his bullshit, but yeah.
So Andrea, she moved into a different office, right? And so she said that like when I call her at work or on her cell phone or whatever, you can hear because they're outside in these barracks, right? Mm-hmm. And so you can hear everything in the barracks when somebody's talking on the phone or whatever because it's so quiet in there. So she's like, if you need to call me, just say the bare minimum. Don't tell me,
abracadabra, yo. Yeah. Abracadabra, B.
She's like, just don't say too much because everybody can hear your conversation. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'll call her and be talking about.
Andrea, it still burns when I pee. I don't know what's going on here.
She's like,
I tried Jonathan's strategy to beating off and it didn't work.
I can't remember what it was the other day, but she hung up on me. And then I was like, well, I guess she don't want to talk to me. And then like 2 minutes later, she calls me and you can hear the wind and shit. What are you doing? She's like, I had to come outside to talk to you because
all of your nonsense.
Hear. Yeah.
You know what's nonsense? Like, we're just speaking of this. I'm at home cooking, but it doesn't dawn on me that I'm just being a jackass. I'm just cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My wife works from home, right? So I'm like, you want some? Hey!
Dude, I thought you were going to say you walk around the kitchen like Bing Rames on Baby Boy.
No.
She's over there with the cheeks out.
I'm getting pissed because she's not responding.
Uh-huh.
So I fucking go, her door is closed. And it occurred to me, I've been being a jackass the whole time cooking, singing dumb shit to
I'm picturing
myself.
You like Bing Rames, but right now.
And I'm like, fuck, my bad. Like,
hey, but
it was like a self-reflection. Like, oh,
you heard her coworkers over there. Like,
fuck,
hey, what's up with your husband over there?
Do you know? It's funny you say that because
he's over there singing, "Listen to the rhythm of the night" while he's cooking and shit,
making his
elbow barge over there in the kitchen.
You know what? And I'll just say it. The whole time I'm cooking, I've been saying. The whole time I'm cooking, I'm saying this to myself. Are you a boy or are you a cowboy? And then I was like, eres un pinche cowboy or eres un boy? And
she's over there on some important phone call in the background.
And I'm like, hey, you want some? Hey.
Okay.
I'm like, Nika! And then I'm like, oh shit, her door's closed. And then I'm like, oh shit, I've been being a jackass this whole time.
That's part of the fun, though.
Hey, whenever she's on the other phone, she's like, I think somebody's calling you. You want to take that?
There's some weirdo over in my kitchen.
I think there's a bad connection or something.
Oh, dude, that's
But it's funny you say that because there's times when Andrea works from home too, and she'll have her computer up and this and that, and she'll tell me to stay out of the room, close the door.
Act like a grown up.
Yeah, and most of the time I think she's fucking around. Like I'm like, like I can go in my room if I need to.
Yeah.
I go brush my teeth or get my clothes, whatever. So I'll fucking walk in there in my underwear, just like and then she's on fucking Zoom.
He's over there dry humping her and shit.
Hey, baby. Well, she'll be on Zoom and like I'm
always down for a dry hump
with the Budweiser cowboy hat.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies. From Saskatchewan.
Hey, we're gonna do some scuba.
Dude, I'm always down for fucking dry
I
hump.
walk through the bedroom, you know, because the door is like right here, like she's over there with the the computer face. And I walk through 2 or 3 times, and she's like trying to tell me to stop, but she's fucking on Zoom, so she can't. And then I realized it. I'm like, oh well, I guess they can see my.
Jennifer's so lucky she doesn't have to do shit like that, bro. Because that would be my mission, dude.
Yeah.
Like I can't help. Like if I have an audience, it's on. I cannot help it,
Yeah,
dude. You know what I
get
mean?
that.
Like
Clowns.
I'll pull my
Clowns,
underwear up my
straight
ass,
clowns.
and I'll fucking walk around in a homemade G-string just for shits and giggles. You know what I mean? Like
Doing dances in the
I would, dude. I
background.
cannot help it, dude. I'll fucking put a fork in my ass. You know what I mean? I don't care, dude. I'm just gonna do shit for the shits and
fork in
giggles,
my
bro.
You a
Like-
boy or you
I
a
mean,
cowboy?
Be like fucking MacGruber, dude. I walk around with the celery in my ass, dude, just for a laugh.
That's the only
dude.
way you're going vegan.
'Cause, like, that's the only. Like me and little Mike were talking about that. Like, dude, I fucking entertain myself, dude. Like
That's what
you know
I
what I
was
mean.
doing.
Like I have no problem.
Yeah,
like if
exactly.
I'm at home chilling,
Yeah.
dude, I'll fucking make myself laugh, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Just
My wife has caught me so many times entertaining myself. She's like, "You're a fucking idiot." Like, I have
I
no
can't help
idea
it.
that I'm doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just being a dumbass.
Well, there's shit like today. Andrea got home, and I heard her pull up, and me and Mia were in the kitchen, and I was fixing to get in the shower before I came over here, so I had my chones in my hands, and I told Mia, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna scare your mom," and she goes, "Okay." So I hid in the pantry, and so I'm standing there waiting, and I'm just like, I could see through the crack of the doors. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get her, and I was like, you know what? So I put my underwear over
That's
my
the move
head,
right there, dude.
right? So I have chones on my head, and she comes in, and I said, "Chone monster." You know,
fucking chone monster.
and she screams, and
It'd be
she
funny if she pieced you up, dude. Hit you with the fucking with that
Oh,
fucking
dude.
2-piece.
You know what? Speaking of that, there's one because me and Andre do that shit. We like hide and scare each other. I don't know why the fuck we think it's
That's
fucking funny, right?
Day, dude. Nobody's safe at y'all's
No,
house, dude.
there was
Couple
one
jackasses. No offense, Andre. I didn't
Dude.
even call you jackass.
Oh,
I apologize.
God. Hey, remember,
It's
Jackass
all right,
loves
man.
you.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. He's trying to get her to show tits on fucking
I'm just saying,
internet.
I, didn't mean, I said a
it's
couple
cool.
jackasses. I apologize, Andre.
That Jackass loves vinegar.
Andre loves you. Andre loves vinegar. I apologize.
Vinegar loves you. But there was one time, so I went out the backyard, right to the back door. So our back door, there's like a little sunroom, and then the backyard. Well, she was
You have
hiding
a
behind.
sunroom?
Yeah, it's a little fucking.
Either way.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
yeah.
That's where I keep all my monos.
Oh, the mono.
That's my mono room.
That's your boyfriend's name? Fucking, hey, mono.
There's mono number 1 and mono
That's a
number
funny
2.
word, dude. Mono.
That's her boyfriend's name. Hey,
Fucking
mono.
mono. He's ugly, but got a 10-inch hawk on him.
Pinche mono.
Pinche mono, bro.
That's the name of the episode.
Oh, hey, mono. What's the matter? You was scared of me, mono? So stupid, dude.
It's my monos.
I haven't heard the word mono since I was little, dude.
Damn.
I fucking haven't heard somebody say mono since Reagan was president, dude. I got my monos in my sunroom.
Since Reagan was
That's the last time I heard somebody say mono, bro.
Since FDR was in the White
I'm
House.
telling you, dog. Mono was
Oh, shit.
that word had not been spoken by anybody until Eric just brought that shit back.
You don't
dude.
play Monopoly?
I don't play mono.
Monopoly.
Oh shit.
God
dude.
damn.
Hey,
Anyways,
call me fucking
fucker.
action figures, fool. My mono. Anyway, in your sunroof, bro.
I said monos my last podcast.
Did you really? I don't even remember this. Y'all are bringing that shit back.
Yeah, that's
I
where I
did.
got it from.
Oh my bad.
I
So-
said I was practicing photography on my
Yeah,
mono.
with your
Oh yeah, you did say that, dude. So JP brought that shit back.
Hey,
dude.
so it's okay when you say it, but I can't say
I
it,
forgot
fucker.
that he said that
Fuck
shit.
you.
Hey, y'all got some monos, bro.
I'm gonna fucking shove a mono up your ass.
Y'all are monosexuals. Both of y'all.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, dude, that's a funny word though,
God
man.
damn.
Oh,
Is that
mono?
one funny? That's funnier than Monitos, right?
It's way funnier than Monitos, bro. Something about the monos. I don't know what it is,
God
dude.
damn.
Anyway, dude.
It sounds like a hot word, right?
It does, man. It sounds
Ay,
like
mono.
it sounds like you want to eat hot dogs every day for a year, bro. Hey, if you say monos, it sounds like you're blowing on your face, bro.
With
It
no
does.
condiments.
God dang,
I can't
dude.
remember if it's Andrea said that her sister and her brother-in-law call each other Mono and Mona.
Oh, that's bad.
Because I hear that too, that's like their
That's
nicknames
some
for each
freak
other.
shit, bro. Come get your mono.
Hey Mono, you want some eggs?
No, they're too expensive right now.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mono, you want some hot dogs?
Dude,
God.
I can't wait to call
shit.
Jennifer. Hey, call me Mono, babe.
Dude, go home today and say,
I'm your Mono.
Hey,
Do with me what you want.
Call her Mona when you get home. Mona, I'm home.
Oh, fuck.
God, you made me forget. Oh, anyways, back to my stupid shit.
Well,
Next stupid shit. So, yeah, I have Monos in my sunroom. In my Mono room. Anyways, Andrea was hiding behind the door to come back in the house, right? And I didn't know, so I come in and she jumps out and scares me. I fucking hit the shit out of her, dude. I fucking punched the shit out of her. Yeah, I gave her one right in the forehead. And just, yeah.
She took it like a G.
Yes. She wouldn't call me Mono no more, dude.
Serious?
Yeah,
It'd been badass. She fucking shot a double leg on you. This motherfucker, it's on.
I bopped her in the head, dude. It was a...
Dude, I remember I punched one of my girlfriends on accident, dude. I'll tell you who it is. So she was I don't want to put too much out there because people that know are gonna know, but fuck it, it's really too late, man. I don't. So she, how do I say this without people narrowing it down? Anyway, she had did a like a kickboxing class at the gym, right? And she comes back to my house, and she goes, yeah, we're doing this, and I go, were y'all doing this? And I started like going real fast. Just by chance, while I'm doing the fucking speed back punch, she kind of trips and leans forward. I caught her up like 4 times. I was like, and she's like, I was like, oh shit. Her lips all busted and shit. And I grab her. I'm like, come here, my little Mona. I'm sorry. And I'll tell you who it is after we're done recording.
Shit.
But dude, and I felt so bad, dude. But I didn't know I had hand speed like that, dude. I fucking pieced her up 4 times, dude.
He did the mono mona colita de rana. Mono mona colita de rana.
Oh shit.
Fuck, dude, that was badass for the mono.
That's the name of the episode, Mono.
Mono. I don't even know how to spell mono.
I don't know.
We have to figure that shit out.
M-O-N-O?
I think it's M-O-N-O.
But you gotta put some fucking razzle dazzle so they know it's mono. Yeah, there you go. That little razzle dazzle on that shit, dude. Oh,
God dang, dude.
I gotta pee, dude. You want to keep going or do you want to shut it?
I'm so jealous of you though, man.
Because I have Mono.
The wife fucking the wife is hounding me for a greenhouse. And all my problems would go away if we had a fucking sunroom.
Dude, honestly, my sunroom is maybe from this table to the door.
Either way, that's good enough for me.
So
put all your fucking plants there.
We'll check this shit out. So Andrea won't let me have anything in the living room, in the house, right? Like everything I own that's not clothes is in that fucking room, right? My Mono room. And so I have a shelf, I have my shit out there. And like all this shit that's up there, it's the same shit in my house. It's in my room.
The sunroom.
Yeah. And then one day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this shit into my like quote gym because I have my bench press, I have all my weights and all that shit. And I'm like, they're just sitting in the garage. Let me clean this up. So I cleaned it up real good. Dude. I fucking swept, mopped, cleaned it up, put my bench press in there. I had a little TV so I could put music on or YouTube or whatever. I had a little radio. It looked nice. I had it for like maybe a week because then I came back and Andrea had put like this rack with fucking clothes that we don't wear anymore, her laundry and shit in there.
She took over.
Yeah, and then she has fucking like totes with like our old clothes that don't fit for the garage.
Like, since you never work out, I thought I put all my shit in it.
Like you didn't even give me a week. You gave me a fucking week to work out. And then she's got totes with like garage sale shit that like we're gonna have a garage sale, but we never do. And I'm like, man, fuck this shit, dude. I can't even walk around in my Mono room without fucking stepping on fucking old ass fucking blazers that she doesn't wear anymore and fucking kids' clothes and
Dre
shit.
has the blazers.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She took over
blazers, bye.
She took over.
Sorry.
Drea loves everything, man.
Hey, you got any birthdays you want to ruin for him?
Oh, man, no shit, dude. This dude is the worst, man. God, dude. And I had to fucking speed through my brother-in-law, bro.
I almost got you,
tried
dude.
to hijack that shit, man.
Yeah.
God dang it, dude. Sucks, bro.
Dude, that shit was the funniest fucking shit, too, because you should have seen his face, dude. If we were on YouTube.
We were on break, right? And I go, dude, don't let me forget about Jennifer's birthday. He's like, yeah. As soon as we come back, I go, hey, I want to wish Jennifer happy birthday. Like, dude, what the fuck?
He goes, dude, and because I had already tried to do it one time before for their anniversary, and he got me before that because I was like, oh, because he wasn't like, hey, remind me or whatever. I just knew their anniversary was coming up. And I know he always forgets shit, so I was going to just fucking spoil it. But he remembered that one time, you know.
The one time.
Yeah.
I got to say, man, I know we're pretty close to wrapping up, but before we do, man, just like your regular everyday fucking podcast, like even the times where you don't have any direction, you're like, should we wrap it up or whatever? Those types of podcasts still have my ass rolling, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
like
the beers don't hurt either.
nah, like
I'm at my
bro,
limit. I only do 3, bro. Because I really know better. Yeah,
I wish I had a limit.
I try not to do
Yeah.
more than 3.
Yeah, I don't have no fucking limit.
No limit.
That's
Holla if you hear me.
That's how you if you see
Sons of
the
funk.
end of my podcast either getting funnier or shittier, that's what it
Well, dude, there's
is.
been times like, dude, like when we would record at my house, like I would get sauced up there because I didn't have to drive anywhere,
Yeah.
you know. And dude, it would get off the rails sometimes, man. Like people would be like, "Hey, I got pretty fucked up." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I did." Like
There were
been a few
times.
times.
There were
man.
times when we were both getting fucked up, and I had to put the brakes on myself so I could steer the podcast in a certain direction.
It happens, man. When
When
you're
it
having
was
fun.
at your house, I used to trip out because you would be like, "Yeah, Eric brought us Sonic drinks and shit," and I'm like, "If you don't understand, like, if I'm bringing you a Sonic drink, you don't understand your value towards me."
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
would.
If someone's bringing you a Sonic
So I
drink,
tell you, like Eric plays this character like he's this asshole. Dude, he's a fucking teddy bear, man. He's a mono, bro. He's a fucking mono, bro. He's a nice guy. Dude. He's real thoughtful and shit.
Nah, but my intention is I don't want to get fucked up by myself.
Oh, fair
Like,
point. That's fair point, man.
Like I'm a nice guy, but I have an ulterior motive. You know what I mean? But you're right though, because like I was telling y'all before, Andrea, I'm sorry, but Andrea loves wine.
Oh shit.
Yesterday when she was recording with her guest,
Let me interrupt you real quick. You're gonna have to make when she does merch. You're just gonna have to put Dre Loves and leave a line in there.
Yeah.
People can just fill in the blank with whatever they want.
like an
that's
Apple
fucking
text.
badass.
Whatever you want.
That's badass. But she was recording, and she's gotten better because she's getting a few episodes in, and she's not like us. She didn't record every week; it's every 2 weeks or so. But the guest she had likes wine too, so they were both drinking, and the lady had one glass, and Andreas was like, "Glug glug glug." Glug, glug, glug. You know,
We're not partying or what?
yeah.
What are we doing here?
I had a whiskey because I was sitting here too, and I had a whiskey and Coke, and I was chilling. And she kept telling me, refill. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, you know,
there was Fundrea, bro.
yeah, Fundrea,
showed
dude.
up,
That's
man.
when Fundrea shows up. But I was telling JP before we started recording, I was calling her Homer Simpson because she kept going, woohoo, woohoo.
Getting cracking.
Yeah. Every time the guest would say something, Andrea would be like, awesome, woohoo.
But you could tell she's getting comfortable.
That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
was about
Yeah,
to
you
say.
can tell
is
she's
like,
Well, I
get
love it, dude.
comfortable.
I fucking love it. And, I was laughing at her because I was getting frustrated, but I was laughing because so we had to pause a couple of times, and she was trying to think of the next thing to come back with. And I would tell her, okay, so do this and say this so that way your guest can answer with this because she already wanted to talk about it. Okay. And as we'd hit record, she would go off in a different direction. Wouldn't even, I was like, Andrea, I fucking told you.
You missed the whole point.
Yeah, I'm like, and her guest is sitting there
Andrea
like,
loves ignoring you.
well, her guest is sitting there like expecting this question, and
She's like, "Oh, I got this softball question coming in,"
and then
so she goes
Andreas
a whole
like
other
goes
direction.
in a different direction, so her guest has to like switch it up.
Improvise,
Yeah,
call audible.
fucking Drea loves fuck Eric.
Andrea doesn't love Eric.
Drea loves fuck Eric.
Oh shit, dude, that's awesome.
No, but
man.
I really was about to say that. Like, you can tell she's getting reps under her belt, and she's getting more and more comfortable.
Yeah, she's getting better at interviewing people and like coming up with questions that will like lead to other conversation as opposed to yes or no or one answer question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's getting better at that. So
Because believe it or
it's
not,
cool
there's a
to
little
see.
more to it than just talking into a microphone.
yeah.
You know, you know how it is. Like, you try to have a little bit of not so much a format, but like you've got somewhere you're trying to go with your show, and then it goes wherever it goes.
And like
after
with
that.
us, we don't really interview, so it's just like we can just spout off
But
whatever.
we have notes. Like, you had your shit. You know. I've
Yeah,
got
but
notes,
I mean, we
yeah.
can if we get in trouble, we can just start talking shit. Like if you have a guest that you're interviewing, you know, it's
more formatted.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to know what to ask. You can't just sit there and be like, how was your day? You know what I mean?
It's kind of like both. Like, you do a little bit of an interview, you know, like with your this week's guest, you know, and then
I was just about to tell y'all that I turned to y'all's podcast for comedy because, you know, you laugh your ass off with y'all fuckers, right?
thank you.
But I was kind of scared, and I told Constancio that I was
say my
worried. I was really worried that this podcast that's out, the latest one with Robert, was not haha funny. You know what I mean? Because probably like the previous 3 or 4 were slapdick funny. So I was worried how, you know, the listeners were gonna be like, I turned to this dude to laugh, and today's not a laugh. But he totally made me feel great because he was like, the interview was badass, like your podcast was on point, and then your feedback and a bunch of people have.
Well, it shows your range. You've got range. Like, I can actually have a serious conversation with somebody, you know, but we can cut jokes. Like, it shows that you've got range. You can kind of check all the boxes, you know?
And now, but I would like uploading it and editing it for YouTube. I was in my head like, man, I don't know if people are gonna like.
You're always gonna be your own biggest
dude,
critic.
yeah.
What was the first thing I fucking? As soon as you answered the phone, what did I fucking say?
Oh, I want to be your
proud of me.
mono.
You're like, I
I
want to
said,
buy you a mono because I'm proud of you.
I said, I'm proud of you, Mono.
Hey, but dude,
No,
like,
I
I
said-
texted you too, like same shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, your goal. I remember you saying your goal for 2023. You're like, I'm gonna get on YouTube, and you fucking just jumped right on it, man.
Yeah,
That's
everything.
dope,
That's why I said I'm fucking proud of you, dude. Like, I couldn't be happier with you being as a part of our network because you, like Jonathan just said, you showed your range. You can cut up with your homies, or you can take it and interview somebody that you don't know, or that you is not somebody that you hang out with all the time or you've known forever. You can do both, and that's what it's all about, is being able to have range to do certain things. That's like when we're talking about Andrea. She's getting more comfortable with what she's doing. Everybody, even Donnie Flams, you know, we always talk about, he can sit there and just talk with himself. He doesn't have to have a guest in order to
Yeah,
That shit's hard to
And
do,
that
man. That
shit
shit's
is
hard
hard.
to do.
yeah, so
as
everybody
fuck.
has
Yeah.
a certain thing that, you know, that I guess their podcast is known for, but they're also trying other things, and they're
Yeah.
getting better at doing all these
Dude,
things.
we were laughing, and we were talking about how, like, of all things, Flams was like, he was talking about on his last episode. He goes, I always wanted to be like Rush Limbaugh. I'm like, of all people, this fool fucking, like, we wanted to grow up, be like Ultimate Warrior, fucking
That doesn't mean
baseball player.
we're watching fucking
Flams hit
wrestling.
fucking Rush Limbaugh. I was like, damn, dude, that shit came out of nowhere.
He's
like,
fucking
man,
Paul Harvey. Remember
I'm
Paul
And that's
Harvey?
the rest of the story. Hey, but you know what? He's knocking it out of the park.
He
man.
is,
If that's
man.
what he
He
was
knows what he
aspiring to
did,
do.
yeah.
He fucking nailed it, man. You know, I'm super
Yeah.
happy for all of y'all,
I
man.
really enjoyed his calls
yeah,
episode.
yeah, dude.
His sister was. Shout out to Jacob Sines, man.
Yeah.
Like, that dude, I grew up with him. I never knew that that's what he was into up until, like, you and I started talking
Right,
about the
right,
shit.
yeah.
And then he was like, boom, with like a boatload of knowledge. Like, it wasn't like just,
way more than we.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
But it's one of those things, like, kind of like how I was talking about wrestling earlier, about how a lot of people maybe don't want to say anything about certain thing wrestling because they're like, oh, people will make fun of me. Same thing with conspiracy theories. Like, it's one of those things, like, it's gotten more popular over the last few years than it
it's
used
truth,
to be.
motherfucker. It's truth.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, when you first start talking about, even you, when
Well,
you
I'll
first
bring
started
you
getting
up.
into it.
you're no longer hitting the soundboard on this shit.
Dude, JP hit me up because on our last episode, it was pretty heavy on the conspiracies, right? But you sat there and entertained everything, and you, like, it wasn't just like, usually it's just me just rambling off about shit, and like, until sometimes you get bored or you start fucking around with the soundboard and stuff. And JP's like, dude, I could tell Eric's coming around a little bit, like, he's entertaining some of the shit, you know. And
yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
It used to be just like, you know, of course, like shit like Bigfoot or Loch Ness or UFOs and shit,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the normal shit, you know what I mean? But now, like, when you stop and think about it, you're like, okay, well, like who you're talking about earlier with the CIA and like,
Pornhub.
yeah, that kind of stuff, like holding it over your head. I'm like, it makes fucking
Maybe,
sense, like, right?
yeah.
Like it's a stretch, but what if, you know what I mean? Like, so.
But
that's
this
cool.
conversation is taken away from what I wanted to say.
Oh,
is,
sorry.
Is
Sorry, Mono.
is Donnie Flams? He's the shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck
Because
that guy,
it's-
dude.
Nah, look at Eric.
Fuck that
Dude,
motherfucker.
yeah, I agree.
It's so hard
Piece
to
of
do a
shit.
solo podcast,
Yeah.
bro. It's so hard.
And he just
And-
he does it. He makes it seem easy now. Like, he's
He doesn't
doing it.
listen to our show, so fuck him.
Oh, he does.
I'm looking right
He'll
at
hear
the
it.
camera. Fuck you.
He'll hear it
Flams.
next week, though. I think he's like
Yeah.
a little
And
behind.
then I've
He's
walked
too busy
in-
doing research.
Flamster. Fuck you,
And you're
Flamster.
right. I've walked in on him, like, you know, because I'm recording next, and he's got notes. He's got like
He don't fuck around,
he
dude.
comes
He does not fuck
he
around,
comes to
bro.
knock.
Yeah.
He comes to hit home runs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
And he
He's
does, man.
prepared.
Like, and I mean, nothing against any of us, but like, I get the most feedback about him because the average person is like, man, listening to him has made me think about some shit. And I'm like, that's what he's trying to do. He's
It's
like,
because-
I'm not trying to sway anybody either way, but just hear me out and then go do it. And I've had so many people that are not into that shit. You know, that they'll probably listen to it at like maybe doing me a favor, like, hey, I'll check out your friend or whatever. And then they hit me back and they're like, oh shit.
Well,
you know,
also
it's
because if you know the man behind the mask, you know he's a slapdick. Like
The flamingo.
He's a slapdick. Like he looks like a slapdick. He acts like a slapdick, but you wouldn't think that he knows.
Flamingo, that's Eric talking. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no
Hey,
smoke.
fuck you, Flamster. No, but I'm just saying, like he doesn't look like
I'm ready
he
for
would
that
be
pay
that
per
kind
view, bro.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Flamster.
Bulkster versus the Flamster.
Fuck you, Flamster. But he just doesn't look like that kind of guy. But he also kind of does.
And the,
you know?
the funniest thing is that he's a funny motherfucker behind us, like
Unintentionally, though.
when you see when you hear Flamingo, he's a pretty serious dude. Behind the scenes, he's a funny ass dude. Not even
Because we're
trying
gonna
to be,
fight,
you know?
but there's gonna be restrictions.
There's restrictions. That's the best shit ever, dude. Did you hear that
fucking
shit?
sucks,
Dude?
yeah. I heard
There's,
it.
I forgot he said there's something in the restrictions and something on the field or something. We're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, dude,
fucker.
that's badass, man. Hey, Jennifer's text me, bro. I gotta go.
So yeah,
I'm gonna be in
man,
trouble.
I know. Thank you
Nice
guys.
cat.
Dude, if I
Nice
would have given
catch.
your wife a black eye with the fucking wrench,
Hey, she.
hey,
So the wife is here listening to the podcast. So, anyways,
I just
if-
threw a wrench at her.
You think you're on dodgeball?
Yeah,
If you could,
dodge a wrench.
for what it's worth, guys, thank you for having me.
Oh
on.
man,
Oh,
thanks,
dude,
man.
it's
You're
always a
welcome
good time
anytime,
with
bro.
you, man.
I
Anytime,
fucking
man.
love y'all guys, man.
I wish we could do this shit more often, man. You know, because we do it once a week, but like, I wish we could just fucking get together.
Well, I was gonna say it's been a while since you've been on the show, but it's just Christmas. You're on the Christmas episode.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he actually recorded a little bit before Christmas because
Yeah,
the way
that's
we
true.
fucking.
Well, I
That's the way we
recorded
did it.
twice.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
I forgot about that. You
Yeah.
did have to do it twice.
The first mishap was me and the wife recording on.
Yeah.
yeah,
I forgot
We had to
about that.
re-record.
Yeah,
The
our
thing
shitty
messed up.
mic.
yeah.
And
Fucked
fuck
it
that.
up,
It
man.
happens.
It's all right.
We
Yeah,
live
It'd be
with it.
like
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of shitty Mike, shout out to my cousin Mike Rangel. Hey, we had
Literally
mentioned-
shitty
Yeah,
mic.
that's-
we had mentioned a few. I know we're fixing to shut it down, but I want to give him his flowers, man, because we had mentioned one time how like we talk about how like stupid people go viral on Instagram or whatever, and we're like, how come Mike doesn't pop off? He's funny on TikTok, you
Yeah.
know. He posted a video that got over 1 million views.
That's
Oh, it did?
badass.
It got over 1
Hell
million
yeah.
views, and
That's
I
badass.
haven't checked it in a while, but I was like, finally, this my boy Mike got his due, you know, and dude, that's in 2 days, less than 2 days, it got over 1 million views.
Yeah,
man.
that's badass, dude.
Dude, he's so funny, but it's like how he said on my podcast. It's like, hey, little Mike, you're funny. Say something funny. I bet it's so annoying for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's.
Well, it's like a comedian. You tell him, hey, you're a comedian. Tell me a joke.
Tell me a
You know,
joke.
It doesn't work like that. It's
No,
not
yeah.
how it's not how it is. You
But
know what
I just
mean?
want to give him Mike a shout out, man.
If
He-
that
he-
asshole had a fucking podcast,
dude,
Shit.
he's ideal for a podcast.
Yeah.
Man. It's just a matter of him having the free time, but I'm gonna twist his arm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna twist his arm, man, to do one.
Yeah, Mike. If you want to do a podcast, we know some guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
Andre
so-
loves him.
Andre loves everything, man.
Hey, I want to do a couple shout outs. You ready to shut it
Yeah,
down?
go for it.
I have to put him in my phone before I forget. I sound like Michael Jackson. I
Yeah.
remember that time.
All mine are in my phone, and my phone's recording us. So
I wanted to shout out our boy Armando Perez. He used to do the Flatland podcast. He was doing I would say maybe 2 years ago, and he just time time
it's been a
happens,
minute,
and
yeah.
he kind of stopped doing it
Did
for a
he
little
revive
while.
it?
And we've been talking, and he I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but he had told me he sent me his first episode just to kind of get my feedback, whatever. And I think he's gonna drop it tomorrow.
oh, nice.
On YouTube.
On
It's
YouTube?
gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah.
So and man, I'm super proud of him, dude. But because just seeing, I don't want to spoil what his podcast is going to be
Yeah.
about. But he's it's not my story to tell,
he's been on my podcast twice, bro.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm just super proud of him because he's made strides like in his faith and everything, and it's gonna come out in his podcast
and his mental health.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, all that, dude. And I'm just super proud of him because he's kind of stepping away from what his podcast was to what it's become and who he's become. And y'all just go check him out. It's on YouTube, the Flatland Podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm almost positive he's going to drop it tomorrow, which would be Friday. Today's Thursday, but it'll be Friday.
Yeah.
So y'all go check him out. You know, subscribe, and he's gonna probably put him out as much as he can. You know,
I've known Mondo for years, man, and he's a good guy. And his show, for whatever reason, you know, he had to put a pause on it for a while, but it's back, man. So y'all go check him out and make sure you give him some love.
I've got a few more. I want to shout out the 2023 Golden Gloves. Our boy Big Lou had hit me up asking to mention this. So the 2023 Golden Gloves Boxing Championships is February 17th and 18th at 7 p.m. at the Prima Vista event at 402 North Inler. I don't even know where the fuck that's at. Do you know where that's at?
I have no idea. You're the mailman.
I know shit.
North Inler sounds like your hood.
It might, because it's in my zip code.
North Inler, your ass.
Inler. But you know the admissions $20 for adults, $10 for 10 years old and under. Mm-hmm. So you can pay at the door. So he just wanted me to mention that. So y'all go check that out.
What the fuck is an 11-year-old being an adult?
No shit, right? Hey, you better go get a job. Better contribute.
No shit.
And one more shout out. I want to shout out the Sandlot Baseball League. Their registration started January 16th, and if y'all want, if the Christian based league, you know, for the little ones, if y'all want to holler at Armando Lovato at 806-786-6200 for more information. Registration fee is $115. If you mention you heard it on the Pendejos, you get to pay $115.
But also mention it.
But also mention it.
It ain't gonna hurt you to mention it or not.
If the registration fee is paid before February 1st, it's $100.
Okay.
So y'all go do the damn thing and let them know.
Shout out to Mondo, man. His Sandlot is getting bigger and bigger every year, man. It's becoming a thing. You know, when we were kids, there was just a few,
the main ones,
like Northwest, and
Dixie.
all that kind of stuff. But
I think it's dope, man. It's
Sandlot's got something to say.
Yeah, I think he's doing really good with what he's trying to do. You know, he's not only doing t-ball and baseball, he's branching out doing flag football and soccer.
That's cool.
So he's really trying to make something out of it. So y'all go show him some support.
Just helping out the community.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
For sure,
man.
Yeah. You got any shout outs?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Mike Lundin.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
That dude legit always hits me up every week about my episode.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that stuff goes so far, man. It means the world.
That's just so special to me in my heart, bro. Shout out to Jacob Signs. He's another one.
The homie.
Yeah. Not only is he a homie, but like he for sure supports my ass.
Yeah. Dude, he shows everybody love, man.
Yeah, he does.
Like he's always, and he doesn't even live in Lubbock, you know, and he's reposting like Jimenez Bakery
and
he's got
his
Taqueria.
Coworkers listening to our shit.
That's dope, dude.
Like,
that's dope, man.
Yeah. And most importantly, shout out to Raquel Lopez Art.
That's
My wife, and her
you know
Instagram is Raquel Lopez Art. She now correct me if I'm wrong, but she was one of the first sponsors for y'all.
I think
with
she was
Simply Rock
I think she was the
Creations.
second person.
Yeah, like I said, one of the
right
first
off the rip.
sponsors for y'all. But she's got an art show at the First Friday Art Trail coming up.
Dope. Y'all go check
She's gonna sell, man. Yeah, she's my wife, so yeah. But her art is fucking dope.
She is
Yeah,
legit.
for sure.
It's dope, man.
She is legit.
So yeah, Raquel Lopez Art on Instagram, and yeah, I mean that's all.
Shout out to Raquel.
DJ Kipo, Tigre Burrito,
Patriot Paint.
Patriot Paint.
Patriot Paint. Yep.
Go show them some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, thanks for joining us, dude. I know
Yeah.
you're a busy man. You took time out of your day to come fuck around with us.
This was fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's always a good time.
And also, fuck my shout outs. I guess I'm done. So
Hey, real quick though, before you get into your shout outs,
I didn't got no shout outs.
let's drop the CPAPs episode
Bro, I
as a
forgot
bonus
about that.
episode. Let's just do it.
You down?
We have to record an intro
Let's just do
because
it
when
as
we
a bonus.
started it, you went in without an intro.
He just jumped right in when we started recording.
You were
man.
like, so anyways, and you started
That
talking
was
like, wait a
better.
second.
Well, because we had a
second.
full blown conversation
Yeah.
before we even started. We just hit record and jumped.
Yeah,
right
we got to
in,
record an intro
Just
for
throw
it.
y'all's intro. on it.
Okay.
but it'll be a bonus episode.
Yeah, it'll be a bonus
so
episode.
tell everybody we got fucking the CPAPs.
Yeah, we
that's
got
a working name right now.
Yeah.
That's a-
Yeah, we got a bonus show between us three, and we recorded a pilot, and we're trying to get it going, but we just hadn't had a time.
But it's not slap dick at all. Like it's
there's a little bit of slap dick in there.
It's more
but,
on the serious side.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. It's more serious.
it's more of a men's health.
Yeah.
Your
type
average
podcast.
Joe type of like. You know, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a men's health, and we're all around the same age. We're over 40, and it's just it is what it is. Like you get older, you get saggier, you get
Saggy.
I mean, it's
Your
true.
balls drop.
Yeah, you go to the doctor for certain reasons. You can't work out like you used to. I mean, just
We want
things
to
like
talk
that.
about things that most guys are probably not comfortable talking about
Yeah.
because they're too proud to admit, hey, this, and this.
Yeah.
We're gonna be those guys. We're like, hey, y'all aren't by yourself. You know, like,
Yeah.
sometimes I pee on my nuts.
And you're a 41-year-old eating, fucking playing with monos.
Play with monos. Sometimes you're 40 and you play with monos,
Hey,
man. You know,
it is what it is, man. Don't listen to that part.
So yeah, we'll drop that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we recorded it a little while back, but we it still holds up.
Yeah, it does.
Still holds weight.
Yeah, we're still trying to do the damn
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And Eric, your shout outs?
Fuck, they're all on my phone. Nah, shout out to the whole Generic Media. Shout out to JP, the Flams. Dre loves you. Dre loves everything. Whatever. ...
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. That's shout out to Sal Banda.
Coming in hot.
Yep, coming in hot, man. We'll hear more from him hopefully soon.
Oh, and y'all go check out his son J Band.
Yeah.
Just dropped the. I don't know if it's an EP or not, but it's on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I want to get him on. We'll talk about this shit off there.
Okay.
But
Your beard guy.
Oh yeah, shout out to Martin Carrasco for sure with Oak and Olive Beard Company. He's doing big things, man. I've been seeing him, on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. He's showing up at these little trade shows and getting booths and stuff like that. So y'all go follow Oak and Olive Beard Care Premium Beard Care Company on Facebook and Instagram, so that way you know where he's at. You can also buy shit on his Facebook. He's also been like right now he's got the beard oil and the balm, but he's making soaps now too. He's trying to perfect the soap,
shit.
like Dr. Squatch, that kind of stuff. He's making his own line of soaps for men. So hopefully that'll be out pretty soon. So shout out to Martin.
Hell
badass. I guess
that's it.
on that note,
Yeah.
thank y'all everybody. Oh, you know what? One more thing.
Oh, chingo.
Everybody, please. I don't want to sound thirsty.
Please.
Rate our shit, all of our shit, and give us a review. It goes a
Everybody's.
long way. All of ours. Everybody on Generic Media, do us a solid. And if anything, share our podcast with somebody. Somebody
Yeah.
that you think might like it. Share that shit.
Oh, hey, we're gonna be an El Editor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
supposed to be on. If y'all don't know El Editor,
So
come
the
correct.
wife caught me on that email,
like
like a kid type, fought right behind me, like, what are you doing? And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, get out of here.
Mind your business.
You know what I mean? And then she was salty all night.
man,
Yeah, you
what
sending
a
long text
hater.
messages. And I'm like, it was a fucking email. And she's like, well, what was the email for? I was like, fuck, I don't know. Like, they just asked me to submit an email.
Hey, so you can talk how you want on your podcast, doesn't blink an eye. You can talk how you want on our podcast, doesn't blink an eye. But when you're reading an email
from El Editor.
She's like, what bitch are you sending that long text next to?
Can she even read? That's badass, dude. It was for El Editor.
yeah, don't worry.
So it's gonna be.
I don't know when it's supposed to come out. And you know what?
Andrea said probably the
Eric,
February because it's January for
got it.
February.
So I was telling Eric about it because my dad, I don't think he's proud of me doing this podcast because the content and shit.
He's
your
gonna be
blowers
proud
on
of you
your
now.
face.
All it took to get my dad's approval, I was telling him, I was like, yeah, Dad, we're supposed to be on El Editor pretty soon. And he goes, oh, really? That's good. That's cool. When does it come out? And I was like, ain't this a bitch?
It's gonna be on the refrigerator.
Hell yeah! I told Jonathan that too. I was like,
really?
man,
This is what it took to gain
I
his
was like,
approval?
all this stuff you've done, and this and that or whatever. And I said, your dad doesn't want nothing to do with your.
It's kinda whatever
But
with
his
it.
El Editor, that's his shit, you know. So he's like,
Hey,
really, mijo?
I'll take what I can
Wow.
get, bro. I'll take.
Hey, whatever works.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
whatever
man.
works.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made you proud, Daddy. El editor.
Yeah. But
Hey, but thank y'all, man, for
yeah,
listening.
it's been a long episode, but hey, it is what it is. Y'all know what y'all signed up for.
Yeah, we can't have all three of us in the studio and make a short episode. It ain't
Nah.
gonna happen, dude. It ain't gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
on that note, thank you everybody for tuning in. God bless y'all. Be safe. Holla at you next week. Peace.
Peace.
This has been the Pendejos Podcast.
Get my cat.